Damn it, what do you want, WhatsApp?
Launch! The personas are having a very interesting conversation. You just see them both on the camera, just, hovering around each other, talking.
Good.
No, you can't.
I didn't even hear you start your intro.
You speak?
If
We
we
didn't hear
can't
you
hear your
start it.
intro, we don't know you're doing it, Lucian v. Ghost. You also forgot to put your
Wait,
mouth in
no
view of
one
the
knew you
camera.
were doing your intro. Not even.
Yelling at me. I'm the easy target. It's because I took his chair. That's why.
Are you doing it now?
The other half of my persona reminds me I actually need to get into the game.
I mean, this does at least give me an opportunity to tell my secretary, it's after 5, please leave me alone.
Right.
I do not work now.
Yo.
Hello.
Hello.
Ah,
Ah. Ah.
Lucian, they cannot hear you on stream. You've done your entire intro and they could not hear you.
It's fine.
Oh no!
It's okay. They heard you on mine.
It's fine. Good
Quick,
evening,
reroute
everyone.
the audio from Saren's
Welcome,
stream.
welcome to...
Let me confirm.
Oh, it's running now. For some reason, the mic
There we go.
was muted on my main scene. I'm not sure why.
I petition that we replace the intro with the intro to The Lion King.
Anyway,
We're doing well.
we're doing well. We're doing well.
We're doing good.
Right.
It's working.
So,
Working as intended.
today we are back in the world of Shadows of Sorcery, and we will be.
I need to remember to remove the roof.
So now
we
you
will
would like to
be-
remove the roof.
We will
Must
be doing some
remove more
interesting
doors.
things today. So last we left off,
Oh, that was the wrong one. This button.
our team of brave adventurers had just found a mysterious book, but the, let's say, antagonist of our setting has mysteriously vanished, leaving behind a ghostly woman who is floating in the middle of a room behind a force field. And
I
our
think
party,
the souls have, for some reason, vanished from last stream.
they do that sometimes. Don't worry about it. Unfortunately,
Hashtag soul things.
No, they're still there. They're there for me at the very least. So, yeah. Right.
Right, this room. Here.
Atmosphere settings. Castle haunted.
My chat has informed me that Lucian has said brave adventurers when they mean dumbasses.
Yes.
I mean,
Yes.
fair.
That is fair. That is a fair thing to also say.
Here's what I remember about last session. There were some fucking doors, and now there's not.
Nope, no doors.
I loosely remember a shark.
Indeed.
The shark didn't last that long. It's fine.
I genuinely think I might have been in the loo for the entirety of the shark fight. Because I remember going at the start, and by the time I returned, it was dead.
Okay, so
It
point
killed it
for
in one
today.
hit.
Today we may end up going a little bit longer than usual, for two reasons. One, Sliver isn't around, so we're not going to be doing a stream after. Well, I will be doing something different after this that isn't related to Sliver. So there will be something else for me and Saren to do, probably. Second.
Oh, what are you doing?
I might be going back into Minecraft. Who knows? We'll see.
Good luck with that.
Don't do it.
I will
It's a
pass.
slippery road.
Blocks.
Secondly,
Follow me. Not doing that.
secondly to that, we will also be going a little longer because I am hoping that we'll be able to finish this story arc
Please.
by the end of today.
But there's more doors for you to break.
Yes, there are, Saren.
Break them
but
fast.
I
You've gotta
make sure we're
have
breaking
told
down
you
the progressive doors.
conditions for getting a title. So yeah.
You gotta elaborate on that. What do you mean, like, unintentionally? I just walk up to a
You're
door,
not allowed
pull,
to
and you roll.
actively try and break doors down. Like
But
you
that's
are
my
not.
whole thing. That's my whole. That's literally been my
Your
whole thing last
is you're
session.
accidentally doing it. So there you go.
You did roll like a nat 20 strength on a nat 1 performance and just pulled a handle
Yes.
wrong last time.
It's gotta be a goof.
Okay,
You mimed
but
so badly that it ripped itself off.
He's not smart, guys.
Okay, I guess. I guess.
With those
How
two
dare you
things
insult
in
Canada like that.
mind, I will be setting a hard break time around the middle of the stream, so that everyone can go off, get hydrated, grab something to eat, all of that sort of thing. Because it's not something that we've done in the past, and I feel like for this stream it might be necessary.
Like,
I say with my breakfast in hand.
You people in
And
your
I-
fixation on hydration.
I say with a gun in my hand, you will let me stretch or I will get cranky.
Yeah, like Aluka especially is allowed to just run around and break at any point in time. Right. So,
Do psychological breaks count?
psychological breaks do also count, yes. So,
Yes, my guy.
Last we left off, our party of brave dumbasses had just exited the clock tower. You now have in your possession a tome, or rather, Aluka, you now have in your possession a tome of.
I got a book.
You have a book, yes. I haven't actually noted down what the name of the book is.
It's the
because I'm an idiot.
Madame journal.
Yes, the Journal of Dear Madame. Thank you. Yes.
Yep.
And I would like to add something, Ed. Since last time, I am adding something to your inventory.
uh-oh.
Okay.
So, Ed, I'm adding to your inventory a waterlogged copy of the Scriptures of Metano. It is a small volume that contains around about 20 pages. But most
I had to
of them
remember
are
which page my
waterlogged.
backpack was even on. Thank you.
That's the wrong channel.
Yeah, most of the pages in that book are waterlogged. You only have access to the first two, which is the scripture that I sent you almost a month ago at this point. Well,
I'm going to
not
put
quite
that
a
in
month.
misc possessions. There we go.
Yes, it is miscellaneous possessions at the end of the day. But yeah, this is essentially a. It's the scriptures of your order, essentially.
I know.
And as the book gets less waterlogged, you'll be able to see more. Is my
Does anybody have a
is-
hairdryer?
It's
Got a
my
wet,
way
nasty
of
book.
yeah. It's basically my way of going. Give me time to write this.
I did notice you boldly came in like, I'm going to write all your religious scriptures, and then I got one. Then
Well,
just time
you got
passes.
one because I was doing a lot of other stuff at the time as well. But you got one which was fairly concise and really well
Oh yeah,
written. So I'll
it
count
was good. It's just you fell into the streamer trap of promising shit. Never promise nothing.
Yeah. Anyway,
We gotta start a new thing. Lucian, have you done the thing?
Have you done the thing? Sliver, have you done the thing? Sliver's
Honestly, I gotta make
response
that-
to that was hilarious, by the way. You need to pin me down and force me into it, was his response to that. And I'm like,
Yo.
I'm sorry.
Sliver,
I'm sorry.
think about your words, young man. Yeah,
And this is why I have a sound
actually
alert
have
of
that clipped
phrasing.
as well. I have that clipped. The stream is never letting that go.
Nope.
Anyway.
I need to make it.
right.
I need to make that a clip
Phrasing.
myself. Have you done the thing? I need to make that a sound clip. I need to make that an emo. Have you done the thing?
Christ.
No.
Get Shmo-Yoho on it. Songify, have you done the
damn it.
thing?
But yes. Okay, so. We know where we last left off. What are you all doing?
I'm pretty sure Saren was staring down a ghost.
Yeah, we were staring down the ghost again.
Were we? I have no. I
Yeah.
don't remember.
Yeah, like
Um,
we came back down the clock tower, and because you basically just barged ahead when you realized there was nothing to break, you were at the front.
Maybe.
Can I go ahead and roll to see if the force field is still there, so I don't have to touch it and get thrown back 30 feet?
Yeah, roll it. Well, actually, no, you don't need to roll it. It is still there. You can tell. Like, there's
Okay.
this shimmering gold sort of faint outline that you can see.
Got
Throw
it.
the book at it.
I
The
mean,
book respond
yeah.
in any way? When I get closer to look at it, does anything respond?
The book that you're holding in your hand, the Journal of Dia Madan, it starts glowing brighter. It always had
Okay.
this faint gold aura around it, but as you get closer to the force field, it glows brighter.
And for memory's sake, it lightning shocked Saren's javelin when he poked it.
Yeah.
That was the cage. That was
No,
the cage. It was in.
that was the book.
cage.
Because you poked
Yeah.
it
That was
with
the-
the cage.
no,
That was the
that
cage.
was the cage.
It was enchanted to prevent things from getting anywhere through the bars. But
Oh,
the
fair
lock
enough.
was not impervious, which is what Aluka got through.
Yeah, I
In a minute,
essentially
bro.
grabbed it from Nith/Nat before they could pick it up because they were gonna roll for it, and I rolled high enough that I just grabbed it and it was okay.
Genuinely misheard that. I always thought that the javelin went through the bars. Fair enough.
Yes, it went through the bars, and then the bars acted like a Tesla coil, and bzzz.
Okay.
Saren.
What?
You became cooked.
Cooked.
No, my javelin got cooked. They cooked
You
me.
will
They
be
fried my
cooked soon.
toothpick.
We
You will be cooked
we
soon.
have many toothpicks now.
Alright,
Yom is
so-
going to hold the book up toward the force field and see if the ghost kind of reacts to it.
The
Where'd the
ghost
little
itself,
bastard go?
the ghost itself does not react.
Okay.
The force field, however, it starts arcing small tendrils of lightning towards the book.
Pull it back.
Throw the book
The-
at it.
The force field settles down.
Well, we
There's
did
a
not
door.
see the priest. He's kind of looking around at the rest of you, trying to see if you're not running away actively.
Sorry, Ed is currently trying to open Lucian's stream.
Is he?
I have to separate the two so people know who I'm talking about.
You should just get a separate chat window.
I should, but
Or just use Chatterino.
So,
So what are
concerning
you, what are you
this
doing
book,
with the book?
there's only one other person who knows anything even a little bit about the book, and it's because there's two tieflings in the party. Nith/Nat knows a little bit about this book as well. Is that correct?
Yes, that is correct.
I believe so.
Yeah. I don't remember what was known about the book between tieflings, though.
What is known about the book is that the author of the book is a powerful, well-known tiefling sorceress.
Okay. Guillaume's going to hesitantly approach the force field and kind of look at the others and hold the book closer to the force field.
And I'm backing up. I'm just gonna give it a couple of spaces. Let you do your thing.
Isaac's just gonna rest a hand on I can never remember your barbarian's name. I'm sorry about this.
Gaelic.
Gaelic. He's gonna rest a hand on Gaelic's shoulder, just like, you might want to take a step back. A bit further.
Guillaume's gonna stick his arm through the wall of the force field, hopefully. Like attempt to push the book through. Yeah.
Attempt to push the book through. Okay. So as the book touches, or rather impacts with the force field, the lightning starts rippling across the cover. It seems like it's absorbing the energy of the force field. The book is also glowing brighter, and it's starting to emit a very high-pitched whistling sound.
I don't think an Arcana
that's
check's
not a
gonna
good
help
thing.
with this one.
Somebody leave a kettle on.
The force field is...
I'm
Stares at him, just, now's not the time.
I'm putting
gesture shove.
I'm putting the door in front of me like a shield.
And I'm standing behind you.
So I approach behind Guy and I give him a light shove to see if maybe he'll go through.
I'm not even gonna roll for that guy, wasn't expecting it.
Okay. Right. So,
You need to not use the arrow keys. There we go.
as
Save your life when you do this.
as you pull the book, as you push the book against the force field, it is gently sort of going through the force field. As Nathari pushes you, Guy sort of impacts gently with the force field and then sort of phases through it, but gets stuck halfway through.
Oh no.
The book seems to be still absorbing the force field, and it seems like the force field is attempting to repel Guy, but also attempting to suck him in.
Can I push him a little harder?
The ghost has noticed this,
Really?
and it doesn't seem to be particularly happy about it. To the point where I would like you all to roll me
Need to get rid of this upper floor. There we go.
a
D20 for initiative.
No, I don't want you to
Uh-oh.
roll me initiative yet.
That's never a good sign.
I would
guys.
like to repoint out for the record that me and Saren are behind a door.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
I would like to figure out why I can't roll dice.
Spacebar.
Spacebar.
There it is.
I would like you to all roll me a wisdom saving throw.
Oh, good. That's one of the
Oh,
dice I actually
God.
can find on my desk. I don't know
That's a
where.
D20.
I managed to lose one of my fucking dice. I don't know where it's gone. Roll up, damn it.
Well, shit.
Ah, why is it the tiefling?
16 tote.
Fuck. Jesus. 3 and a 2, huh?
Okay.
I take some damage here, I think.
Wisma.
Boy. Okay.
Making fun of the barbarian. Let's see how it is.
We got pride.
Ed, how did you roll?
16 total.
16 total. Okay.
Do I get to roll for my split personality?
No.
Rip.
Okay. So, the ghost turns to face you all. And because you've lined yourselves up so neatly, it doesn't really need to focus any energy on all of you.
Crap.
So it blasts a shriek of energy directly towards you all. Directly through Guy. Directly through Nethiri. It barely glances off of Gilk's shield, and Isaac is completely unaffected. He's seen this plenty of times before. Essentially, this ghost, this is a banshee, and she's not particularly happy with you. And she does
Large amount of damage.
3 damage to Nethiri and Guy.
I'll take it.
Oops.
When the shriek's done, I want to yell back at her.
Hold on.
I have 2 hit points left, guys.
Yeah.
Oh God, no.
Yeah, I was worried about that.
Yeah.
Okay.
It would help if you'd stop exploding yourselves for 5 seconds.
Right?
Guy takes several
Hold on.
steps back.
Actually, I just realized
You're stuck
something.
halfway. How are you going to do that?
Fuck.
You're stuck. You can't get out.
You're Winnie the Pooh, my friend.
See?
The theory. Which hand did you push him with?
Not the one that's gonna suck him in.
Also, I'm just going to have to consign my D12 from this one particular set to the void. I've no idea where it's gone.
Rip.
Thankfully, I have others.
Okay.
Guillaume is not going to be able to fully turn around or anything.
No.
But Nat/Nethiri hears some incredibly colorful language in the tiefling tongue. Some incredibly colorful language. Language that's really not suited for being around anyone.
Does it include
Okay.
chartreuse?
Yes.
So,
I'm going to,
hold on.
kind of
hold
let
on.
it run off my back, take a little bow, and go, you were going too slow.
So, okay. The ghost has stopped its attack and is now eyeing all of you with no small amount of malice. Guy is still stuck halfway through the force field. Now, you can either choose to push him further in or pull him out.
I want to charge.
Oh my
I
god.
have
You
made
want-
my choice.
You want to charge. Okay.
I want to charge, and I want to aim right for his backside, trying to
I'm
get us
gonna-
both through.
I'm going to ready in action.
Okay, so here's the thing. If you charge, it will be a surprise action on both Nethiri and Guy. And the ghost, for that matter.
Please don't kill me.
None of them will have a chance to react
Please
until
don't kill me.
you complete the charge.
Please have an IQ level and not run us over like a train.
If you charge with your shoulder, it is likely that you will do damage to all of your party. If you charge with your shield,
Not all of us.
if you charge with your shield, it will do less damage, but there may be other consequences.
I would argue not to allow the shield to connect
me
with the
push
force
him in.
field.
So let me just be like, you know what? You're halfway through. Yeah.
My question is, we don't even have a turn order here for initiative because this is
No,
technically
this-
combat.
this is
So
not
No,
combat.
this is a
not
conversation
com-
of this is a conversation of if you charge us with the shield, it will do damage to us, and Nethiri
Well,
is
then-
on 2 health points.
see, I thought here Okay, I thought we were like starting to combat, so never mind. I'm gonna stick with my original comment. I'm just gonna yell at the banshee. I'm gonna roar at it.
You're gonna roar at the. Okay, so the banshee screamed at you guys. Now you're gonna scream at the banshee.
Yeah, I'm gonna scream back at the banshee.
Okay.
How do you like that?
No.
Damn it! If only I knew thaumaturgy.
Hold on.
Wait.
Before you scream at the banshee, let me check something.
I know thaumaturgy. I'm about to fucking use it.
You're also in a bubble with it, so that sound is going to ricochet.
He's not gonna scream at the banshee.
Okay, Taryn, you have a +3 on performance. If you
Opera sing it.
roll me...
There it is!
What?
You found that dice, did you, Ed?
Yes! It rolled down the back of the desk, sorry.
I see. Right. Okay. So, Taryn, if you roll me, let's call it the strength of your lungs,
Okay.
on a performance check,
Brian, listen!
something might happen.
Alright, so D20 roll.
Yes.
Plus your +3 for performance.
I wish I could help action you with breath technique or something, but that's
Holy
not gonna happen. Nice!
Wow!
Okay. Taryn, what do you shout? This is very important. What do you shout?
No, I literally just, a
Green.
barbaric roar.
just a
and-
barbaric
and,
roar.
Tarzan,
and then I go, how do you like that?
Okay. Okay.
Why are all your great rolls on the comedic stuff?
Because I'm a great performer.
Okay.
He's a Canadian!
I mean, this is also true.
Right.
I know that was he's a Canadian, but all I heard was the fucking Mario ask, he's a Canadian!
Okay.
It's me!
Camera di Mitano
You-
Mansion, hello!
Taryn, you unleash this monstrous, bellowing roar that echoes across the entire room. And as you do so, the second half of the door to the treasury that was sort of hanging on its hinges crumbles out of the stonework and falls to the floor with a mighty bang.
That also is going to reverberate.
Oh my god, I love this!
Congrats,
You
you played sound
successfully
dominoes.
felled a door with the power of your voice.
Yes.
The banshee is startled for a moment, distracted, as it looks over towards where the door has fallen. This is an opportunity for Guy to either get pulled out of the force field, like ask to get pulled out of the force field and get pulled out of the force field, or to do something else.
What do you ask me to do, my friend?
I, like, kind of-
There we go.
I've got it. Guy kind of like flings his other arm around back behind him and just grabs Nithiri by a horn and goes, out now.
All right, Nithiri,
Well-
roll me a strength check if you're going to pull them out.
Wait, I have to say my quote.
Go for it.
Have to. Well, if you're going to grab my horns, I guess I have to.
Okay. Right. So I guess
They make
you're,
fantastic handlebars.
you're pulling them out of the force field, correct?
I'm rolling strength, you said though?
Yes. Roll me strength.
Pull his ass.
Eve. Please.
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 Also, a small reminder, please clear your dice after you're done with them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's
It's an
10
11.
plus your strength.
Yeah, it's an 11. Oh, I didn't throw it out.
That's fine.
Right click. No, that's left click. Right click.
In.
I know my direction.
Okay.
Someone's got a die still up in the top corner, on the other side of the podium.
With a little bit of effort, you manage to pull Guy from the force field. Just in time, as the book that has been slowly getting louder and louder, whistling as it absorbs the force field, explodes.
Oh God!
Or at least it seems to explode. The book itself remains completely intact. The energy surrounding it fans outwards in streaks of lightning, and dissipates into the air. The book floats for a moment, and then falls to the floor. The force field is gone. Roll me initiative.
Watch this be the one good roll again.
Watch Saren's roll be awful now.
21.
Oh my god!
15.
A non-comedic decent roll.
Okay. We need one more.
And of curse of my hubris, of course, me joking about good rolls on non-comedic shit. Because of my hubris, that's a 6.
Right.
That's in total.
Wow.
I mean, the
okay.
healer goes last, right? So, okay.
So,
Yep.
Guy, you go first. Then it will be the Banshee, then Saren, then the Theory, and then...
Thank God, the Banshee goes while I'm still stood behind Saren.
yes, and then...
And the door.
Then Isaac. Then
The
Ed.
door is its own party member now, I'm just saying.
Right. Guy, you have entered combat. What would you like to do?
Guy is fucking furious and is summoning an Eldritch Blast on the Banshee.
Oh god, here we go, another one shot.
And that's gonna be, let's see here. Ranged attack spell, yep. I did that wrong again. Hang on, 10 seconds. 9 plus 5 is 14.
Okay. You sure you just rolled a 19?
No, I rolled a 9, and then I
Oh,
re-rolled it when I
okay.
tried to erase it.
Okay.
Yeah, picking up dice to erase them is fiddly, Lucian, we're just saying.
Yeah. You can give me the 19 if you want.
No, I'm not going to give you the 19. So you 14, did you say?
Yeah, 14.
Okay. You managed to land a glancing blow on the Banshee.
Okay. Nope, no I don't.
Okay, well,
He hits for 1 damage.
yep. Okay,
It's-
that's fine.
It is force damage. I don't know if that does anything against ghosts. Or banshees.
Well, currently the Banshee has a decent amount of health.
I would imagine so, yes. And then I am actually going to move the guy back since he has a runaway ability.
So, okay.
I think that's runaway ability.
So you've managed to do...
1 point of damage and now he's fleeing.
Okay. Right. Who's next?
Pray she doesn't have any opportunity.
The Banshee is next in the turn order. Okay. The Banshee was momentarily distracted by the door falling over. And suddenly notices that she's been attacked. And in turn goes for the person who is trying to attack her.
Yep.
And tries to summon another shriek, as it were. But this one is more directed. So let me...
Oh, jeez.
Oh, dang.
Oh, Jesus.
Hey.
Okay.
Having a bad one.
Yeah.
Just
yeah.
don't die in one go. We have spared the dying.
This is a directed shriek.
You're gonna roll double damage.
Yep, double damage on a d6.
You're gonna roll 2d6.
Ones. Roll ones.
This will take me out, by the way. Yeah, that's
8
out.
damage. Okay.
0 health points. I'm downed.
Ooh.
Okay, right.
Live by the one shot, die by the one shot.
I did not expect the Banshee to do that much damage, I'm gonna be honest.
This is what you get for putting a Banshee against level 1s.
Okay, so...
Are you down or dead?
I am down.
It would be impressive to kill him outright, because that would have to be like more than double his entire max HP in one attack, if I remember right.
That is correct.
Yeah.
But I had 8 points of health left, so.
Oh!
Okay, so... I'm not gonna have you do a death saving throw. I'm just gonna say you've been knocked out. The
Okay.
guys can try to pick you up during the fight.
Okay.
However, that is up to them.
As far as I recall, death saves don't start until your next turn after going down anyway, so...
That is
Well,
correct. I'm just currently
not-
down right now.
I'm not gonna put you through death saves at the moment because you're
Okay.
not gonna die. Unless the rest of your party gets knocked out, you're not gonna die.
But I wanted to spare the dying.
If you
so-
spare the dying on me, it should actually help with healing, I'm pretty sure.
As far as I know, it just stops needing death saves. Hang on. Spare the dying.
It's a bonus
touch
action.
creature- Yeah,
Oh, it's save- yeah.
no, it's normal action. Touch a creature that has 0 hit points, they become stable, and I think stable means you don't need to do death saves. But
That's correct.
Right. Next up in the turn order is
weirdly, it's
Asana.
necromancy.
It is necromancy, yeah.
Saren. What would you like to do?
I don't think I could really damage this thing with just physical attacks.
It also
yell at it
being, yeah, true. It also being if it's anything like her sort of typical mythology banshee, it's possibly an undead, and getting into melee range with those things is not fun.
He does wisdom saving throws, which means it's a spellcaster. Like, the attacks are wisdom.
And Barb's ain't good on wisdom.
Well,
Trying to
as we
remember
found
how to
out,
use this
actually,
menu.
Bobs are pretty good at wisdom in this case.
True, actually, though. Being fair,
Hey,
they're
Kathy.
also good at comedy.
Hey, Lord Captain. Welcome to the stream.
let's-
I'm a little bit focused, but I will say hi when I can.
Hey, Canthe.
Anybody remember how to close
Okay.
the menu?
So,
I'm gonna.
Space
I'm
bar. I
gonna.
think.
No.
I'm gonna say
there should
to
be a
everyone,
cross.
fall back, and I will try to just go up. How far can I move?
Use the toggle ruler. M.
Yeah.
Oh, that's boards. Whoops.
I can move 4 tiles, 4.5 tiles.
You can move 5 tiles, and the
I can
Banshee
move
is
5 tiles?
4.5 tiles away.
Okay, so I'm gonna go to.
maybe?
I'm gonna go here
Ooh.
and try to distract it.
Okay, so some basic information. The Banshee is incorporeal for the most part. It is floating about 2 feet off the floor, and weapons Okay, so unenchanted weapons are unlikely to damage it.
Mm-hmm. But it's more of I'm trying to distract it to give the party time to get out.
Okay.
So by distracting, I'm gonna try to get its attention by slamming the axe on the altar.
Are you sure you want to do that?
Oh, why not?
Aaron, do you remember what's on the altar?
God.
What was on the altar? Oh yeah, the souls.
500 life souls.
Yeah, it's
The nuke.
essentially a nuke of life force.
Next
Still
to an
the fall.
undead, though.
Next to an undead, so
He wasn't aiming at it.
I'm not
you
aiming
aim
at
a
the nuke. I'm not.
Okay.
I'm just.
Are you sure you
I'm
want to
sticking
do
with it.
this? I have
sticking with it.
information that okay, you're sticking with it. Are
You said I was
you're
what you
slamming
did.
your axe on the altar, right?
Yup.
Roll
Flat
me a
end, not
strength check.
flat end, not bladed
Doesn't
end.
matter in this case. Roll me a
Okay.
strength check.
Oh boy.
That's a D20.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yo.
Plus your strength. Plus your strength.
15
Ooh.
plus my strength is +2, so it's 17.
Ah, that
There we
was
go.
close. That was way too close. Okay.
Darren, you're never
You
allowed to
slam
remember.
your axe down on the altar, and it reverberates with a clanging sound across the entire room, and the Banshee turns to face you.
We are gonna finish this, hell or high water, but it's gonna be in body bags.
Okay. Right.
How do we toggle rulers, by the way?
Theory.
I've forgotten. Oh,
M and
no
N.
worries. No worries.
Yeah. Neferi, what is your what are you going to do?
Okay, so I am going to swing by, grab guy, and I think I can move a whole 4 tiles. Whoop!
I mean, I'm measuring.
So 1, 2, 3. I'm gonna move him over here,
Okay.
and I'm going to begin making prayers of healing while I dig through my bag and pull out my herbalism kit and try to make something to heal him.
Okay. It's not really viable to use a herbalism kit during battle. You will need at least half an hour to brew something properly. You can probably slapdash something together, but it won't heal him much.
It's not going to get me back on my feet.
If
Essentially,
we
I'm
argue
stable.
that that's the stabilizing to stop you needing the death saves that Lucian was after anyway.
Sure, we could do that.
Well, I wasn't after any death saves. That's the whole point of this.
Exactly, but I'm just sort of saying that allows us to still do something.
Yeah, okay, that's fine. Let's say you manage to stabilize Guy
Yeah.
properly. Okay, and Isaac, what is your move at this point?
Okay, so I've been trying to measure. I seem to recall it's 5 foot per tile, isn't it?
Yes, 5 per tile.
Okay, just scrolling
There are
up, finding
different
movements.
rulers you can use, by the way.
Is there just a straight line one and not the
Yes.
whole? What is that one? Is that cut box or?
No, if you
Area
click
of
on
effect.
the rulers,
Oh, it actually has like.
It
Oh,
has,
that's cool. Right. Okay, that's a
and you
hell of a
have
lot of
one
help.
That's a cone, which is
Oh,
quite
nice.
handy.
So moving 4 tiles. 4 times 5 is about 20, and that would be how far from her? 7. Yeah, that should be fine. So Isaac's gonna make his way over to.
The opposite
about-
corner to the barbarian.
Give it me a second. I just need to quickly check the range on something before I commit to that.
I do want to point out that I would have had my shield, kind of blocking between me and the Banshee as I hit the table.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so yeah, positioning himself to about there. So pretty much getting us stuck between a rock and a hard place. Going to... Hang on, I just need to spin myself around. So it takes up a battle stance, cocks the casting pistol, and I'm going to use Sacred Flame on her.
Okay.
So she must make a Dex save.
A dex save. Okay.
Yeah. And she gains no benefit from cover.
Well,
She had to beat an 11.
I was accidentally using Belinda's character there, but yes.
Oh well.
Yeah,
She
fails to save.
Nice. In which case, she takes 1d8 radiant damage.
Roll me the 8.
Rolling. That has come out at a 5.
A 5. Okay. Right. Okay.
And then for my bonus action, I'm going to use a Healing Word on Guy,
Okay.
which heals for 1d4 plus spell mod. That is a 4, and spell mod is Wisdom, so 5 totes.
Okay.
5 hit points. I am back on my feet.
Nice. You wake up to see Netheri standing over you, holding a jar of a very smelly-looking poultice.
You cannot see his face under the mask, but boy god, you can feel the anger.
I would like the credit to go to Nith for smelling salting him back to us.
Right.
Hold on. You're not allowed to die on me. You still owe me dinner after that.
I saved your fucking life from that shark. I swear to.
Okay, enough of
And
the comedy
for
during
the-
combat.
And for the... you can use...
This is gold!
and
Why
you
would you
can
tell us
use-
to stop this?
You can use a small amount of the quote-unquote item action that exists inside of movement to speak. So I'm going to call across to them over there. Just like, enjoy it. That's the last one.
Guy's going to hold up like his hand in the air with like a thumbs up, but he is still technically on the ground. He has not gotten fully up yet.
And other than that, there's no actual action. I'm just going to brace for impact.
I
Right.
think I'm the one that currently holding aggro.
Yes, you are currently holding the aggro, Saren, and it is your turn.
It is my turn.
Mm-hmm.
I'm yelling at the others, get a move on! And I will again strike the altar.
Oh boy. Roll me
Just-
a strength check.
It's because you let him know there's a feature about it that he's missed. He's now going to keep doing it. I hope you
You're
know
going
this.
to explode.
You
It's
strike the
14.
altar, it sparks a little, clangs again. The Banshee seems to get a little angrier, mainly because of the noise.
And again, holding my shield up between myself and the Banshee.
Yeah. The Banshee is going to go for a reactionary attack, if you will. And it is going to try. Ooh.
Wait, wasn't my turn before the Banshees?
It's essentially trying to. It's getting angrier. Essentially, is what's happening here. And
Okay.
yeah.
I've triggered the enrage timer.
Yeah.
It is going
damn it.
to try. Oh. Saren, I would like you to roll me another wisdom saving throw, please.
Whee!
No.
Oh,
Oh no.
Oh,
oh dear.
Oh no! Our barbarian! It's broken!
Oh dear. If only it had rolled slightly lower, you would have escaped this.
oh
The
come on!
Banshee is going to attempt to possess you.
Oh boy.
Oh,
Shit.
And because you failed the wisdom saving throw, it's going to succeed. The dice that I just rolled indicates the amount of turns that it will possess you for, divided by 2. So
For 2 rounds.
It's going to possess you for 2 rounds. Everybody, you are now fighting the barbarian with the door shield.
Lovely.
I'm controlling my character for this.
I don't know
So-
if you can.
Yeah.
Oh, the tables have turned.
Now,
And measuring shooting distance.
yeah. So, yeah. Next up is Sky.
I have an idea. Here's
class.
the idea. I want to cast Minor Illusion
Okay.
and put a door between us and the Banshee. And see if anything
Okay.
reawakens Saren from by putting a door directly in front of his
Thank you for
face.
100 bits. Okay, yeah.
The creature has to succeed on an intelligence check to be aware that it's not a real door.
Okay, so the Banshee will have Saren's intelligence score for the duration of its possession.
Right.
Fuck.
Which is why I'm trying to see if this will
Yeah.
block line of sight.
Oh
or
god, that's hilarious. I love it.
Saren long enough for the turn to pass in the possession. The goal here is to distract Saren inside the Banshee long enough that the Banshee can't really use Saren's body for the possessed turn.
Okay.
Get a pretty door.
By putting a door in front of him. Hope this helps.
I mean, I'm just going to point out that goes between you guys and him, from what you've been saying.
I can cast a 5-foot door.
Or just put it
I can make
directly
it-
over his face.
Yeah, so like directly in front of him as if you were standing nose to a door, but not
Love
close
it.
enough that he's touching it, because he will not be able to touch it.
Lovely.
The unobtainable door. Yeah, he's out for 2 rounds.
Is this a door that I see before me? The handle
And then-
toward my hand.
Yeah, so that's my attempt, and I think it's funny, so I'm gonna do it, because I also don't have anything that's gonna do anything but damage to the barbarian, and I actually think I should leave the room.
Yeah,
I
probably.
think we should leave this room. So I'm
Lu-
going to
Lucius-
cast a door and implore everybody to run.
Best I can do is slow him down.
Lucian's just dying a little on the inside. What has my campaign become?
I'm having a fun time. Like, I honestly, I expected you all to run away from the Banshee, but no, you're gonna go and get possessed by it. Congratulations, Saren.
Yes.
I will say, the creature does not make its intelligence roll until it is investigating the door, so that will take up an action on Saren's turn if the Banshee chooses to investigate the door.
Which will leave him with only movement left and no attack.
Are you gonna roll to summon that door?
I don't have to, it's a cantrip.
It's a cantrip.
I
Okay.
don't have to, it's a cantrip. I cast Minor Illusion, I create the image of an object, such as a chair, muddy footprints, or a small chest, no larger than a 5-foot cube. The image doesn't create any sound, light, or smell. I put a
Fucking
door
leg it.
directly in front of Saren's face, and I fucking leg it out of the room.
What sort of door are you summoning? Is the question.
Okay, it's a very innate oak door with inlays, and the handle is just like as big as the door. It's so you want to grab the handle. It's such a nice door. Anyway,
Okay, so
I'm
let's
leaving.
Say a door like.
The most appealing door.
There we go.
Yes.
Great door.
Well,
It's, a,
dude.
it's a fantastic door. I am also then going to start leaving the room with my movement speed because
Okay.
Guy is a coward and is going to run away now, and he is going to implore
Yes.
the rest of the people to run away, or at least get as far away from the barbarian as they
Okay.
can.
Saren, because it's technically still your character. Roll me an intelligence check. Because I know that you're already attracted to the door, because that is... Okay,
That's
that...
a straight 12.
If Saren is attracted to the door, would that not be an argument for disadvantage? He doesn't want to believe it's fake.
Door!
That's true. That
Door!
is true. That is technically true.
What are you doing there?
Okay, yeah, Saren, you have to roll with disadvantage, so roll me another dice.
The two now roll higher.
Nope.
Okay. This is the nicest door you've ever seen in your life.
Yeah, this is the most beautiful door you have ever seen, Saren. It is
Hearts
gorgeous.
sliding around the door.
It has golden engravings. It has this massive handle that you just want to pull.
Luca, I need a comic. I need a 3-panel comic strip of this happening, and
No,
the
don't
door
worry.
just
I
and
got
the door
you.
being highlighted by like the anime hearts and glow when I look
And
upon
like the
it.
hearts and eyes, but it's doors.
Okay.
Husband, my dear, I will draw this for you.
That's good.
Do you try and open or grab the door, Saren?
Grab the door. Try to grab the door.
You try to grab the door. How far out of the room is everyone?
Oh,
Currently where they are.
Yeah.
we haven't had a turn to move yet, most of us, so...
Yeah.
Well, consider this your chance as he is distracted.
Run.
How far have you managed to get?
with 13
Remember,
movements.
there is a door behind Isaac.
There's a. Yeah, Isaac might want to run out that door though, because I'm closer to the main door. I think. I've been running for the main door at least.
That's not the main door. That's the door to the tower.
Fucking...
Oh, did I fuck up with my?
Yeah,
Yeah, I
you
did. I
started
guess I'm
running towards
gonna. I guess I'm gonna be stuck in the fucking tower then.
You're booking it
I
towards
guess
the
I'm going out
tower,
a
okay.
window.
Well, if we're
Hey,
effectively
I did
getting
it
a...
earlier.
If we're effectively getting a quote-unquote freebie, then Isaac is going to move 10 feet that way, so that he is within 30 feet of Saren, and go mold earth, so that which you choose a portion of dirt or stone that you can see within range that fits within a 5-foot cube, and I'm going to use the making it difficult terrain that lasts for an hour effect of that.
Okay.
So that 5
Will
foot,
not
he's
be able
currently...
to escape the banshee because the
That's-
banshee does not touch the ground.
No, but he will still have
Am
one
I
more
floating?
turn.
Am I
He's still
floating
gonna
while
have one
possessed?
more turn of
he's
being
not
possessed.
floating. He's possessed, he's not floating.
Oh.
You've only
He's
stalled turn 1 of him being possessed. I'm trying to stall turn 2.
Hmm.
So in that 5-foot square Saren is standing in is now difficult terrain, so it'll take slightly more movement speed to actually get through. And then I'm going to run the rest of my movement speed toward the door. So that will get me up to that door.
Okay.
You want to say we
So-
were all aiming for that singular door that goes outside?
If you
I mean,
guys
the-
want to say that, then you can, yeah.
The door next
Because
to
if
the...
not, we'll have to escape the tower.
With a book.
Jump out of the tower.
Okay. Saren, you're going to try and grab the door, right?
Yup.
This is gonna be fun.
Okay. As you try and grab the handle of the door to pull it open, because it's such an attractive door to you,
Wow.
the door vanishes, and you immediately become enraged. No!
We're very far away.
I was going to say, and he's slowed down, so we shouldn't be able
Yeah.
to get to us
Slowed
and
down.
attack.
He's a little slowed down.
Well, the door is quite far from me. Didn't I have to move towards it first?
You did have to move towards it first. You sort of did that after those guys got to sort of where the door is, the other door is. So, yeah. Essentially, you have become enraged by the fact that this door doesn't actually exist. It is just a figment of someone's imagination. So you become enraged, and you will start flailing towards, or charging towards, the nearest visible object. Not visible player, visible object that you can focus on.
Don't tell me it's the altar.
I mean, it is the altar.
It is the altar.
It is the altar.
Saren's going to explode.
Lovely.
I would like you to roll me a strength check with advantage.
Oh,
That's 2?
Yes.
Oh no.
2
That's
d20s.
2 and pick the highest.
Plus your strength.
Our barbarian, he's broken.
19 plus my strength.
Yeah.
That's plus 3, that's 21.
Okay.
Okay, we're dead.
In your
Can we
rage,
die from life?
in your rage, you bring your axe crashing down onto the altar and leave a great splitting crack across the stone surface.
Oh no.
The altar judders for a moment before splitting straight down the middle and crumbling into pieces. Below the altar is a rather deep chasm with what looks like a deep swirling vortex of darkness inside it, which is now slowly seeping out of the hole that you have created. As this happens, the Banshee stops possessing you. And it sees what has happened and it books it out of the room.
Oh, that's the wrong one. That's
the
me.
wrong one. Yeah, sorry.
Wee!
It has booked it out of the room. Your combat encounter is over, but this Banshee has run away, and probably for very good reason.
Alright, that door goes. Alright. Guillaume's going to just look back at the scene, and I'm going to really quickly. There is a dark, swirling, black, inky void underneath the altar, correct?
Yes.
Is the chasm splitting towards the treasure room?
Not as far as you can see. The chasm,
Does this look
the chasm
like the thing
hasn't
that I saw in the
split.
sewer?
It does, yes.
Got it. Guillaume's going to cast Thaumaturgy and use the most, theater actor mom trying to get her kids into the fucking minivan voice and yell, "Out of the room now!"
Okay.
Ooh, a commanding man too.
So, what do you... your combat encounter is over. What do you all do?
Get the fuck out.
Motion as fast as possible, Gillick, to get out.
Looking around, seeing everybody book it, I will run as well. Out.
Wanna toss this door open for us, Lucian?
Yep.
I charge at the door.
You try... Oh, okay. Roll me a
Still
strength
so mad
check,
about
I
that door.
guess.
I can request to open doors. Okay.
You can request to open doors, yes.
That's 10.
That's 10. You bash into the door and it swings open.
Oh, I thought we had another door.
We've already got two.
Whee! I had to leave one behind.
How do I get rid of my request?
I can do this. There we go. Right. With that encounter over, you are now outside in the gardens of Meticrow Manor. It is a bright, sunny day. You've barely been in the manor for more than 2.5 hours. It was morning when you entered. It's about midday now. What would you like to do?
How loose is the earth in this garden?
It's grassy. It's fairly, loose. It's rooted. There's some general earthy stuff in it.
I'm just wondering, was the chasm expanding or was it just sort of sitting?
No, the chasm was pre-made. The altar was covering it.
Guillaume is smoking.
Okay. I'm just interested. Would there be any potentiality in using mold earth to move a 5-foot cube of loose earth to try and patch the hole?
I am I'm fairly sure that what the hole is that Meticrow
No, the hole
Manor.
in the altar.
Yeah, no. Meticrow Manor is sitting on top of a sewer system that seems to have some sort of dark energy, and we know for a fact that the guy who had hired us to come here is a lich. That's probably just his
some of
hole.
you know for a fact that.
Yeah.
Oh, that's just his hole.
Yeah, that's just his hole.
That's a phrasing and a half.
Okay.
Oh
Here's the
gosh.
thing. The chasm has been there probably longer than the manor. The altar had carvings and stuff engraved into it that you did notice. You doubt that shoving a bunch of dirt on top is going to stop whatever's inside.
It's worth
Lord
a shot.
Meticrow is right around the corner.
He is.
Yeah, so I was trying to make him less angry with us.
By patchworking
He doesn't know
his
what's happened
altar.
yet. You
Exactly.
haven't told him.
That was the idea. Oh, oops, we broke your altar, but we've tried to sticky tape it.
A little bit of spit and duct tape, right?
Not even duct tape. I would white glue.
I mean,
Also, our
magical
sorcerer-
tape isn't until higher level, unfortunately.
Also, our sorceress fucking exploded her hand. Sorry about that.
Also, we
That part-
accidentally
that part we
pulled the
just don't
doors
mention.
Off your treasury.
Exposing your
You're the
phylactery.
barbarian
Sharp.
holding a door.
And killed your gargoyles. And, yeah, there's a lot of stuff that you guys have done that might piss Lord Meticrow off, I'm gonna be honest.
To be fair,
Guillaume is smoking.
instructions were
Literally
unclear.
attacked us in
Hang
the
on, to be
fucking...
To be fair,
Gargoyles,
with him
to be
standing
fair, yeah.
outside and the door still open to the Great Hall when we had that fight, he would have seen the gargoyles attack us.
Yeah, he knows about that one. He doesn't know about the rest, though.
So he knows that
that's
one's
a-
self-defense at least.
to be fair, he told us to get rid of a pest. Instructions were unclear.
No,
I mean,
told
he was
you to get
pretty
rid of a
clear about the
priest.
pest being a monk, who,
Yeah.
sorry, priest of Tenor.
Guillaume is going to kind of shakily address everyone and go, I think we should go address Lord Meticrow.
Okay.
Isaac
don't
is still
recall
staring at a
getting
patch
paid
of
enough for
earth.
this.
It's just like it's not gonna work, is it? That's not gonna help.
Hey,
Okay,
Skullface,
so
we did it!
Oh boy.
As a second point, the Journal of Dear Madan is still lying on the steps to the altar.
No!
Where are you,
Isaac is gonna wander over here and consider this rather than try and face
It's a
Meticrow.
gazebo.
Did you go to the gardens?
Gazebo.
Oh. Oh, it's the dread gazebo! I forgot about that.
He contemplates the gazebo.
I forgot about that. Forgot I
There's
was there
more
for that bit
stuff
of the stream.
around the outside that you guys can investigate later.
Yeah.
Right. What are
Guillaume
you doing?
Guillaume's gonna look back inside at the book and try to make a choice there.
As you watch,
I'll provide you cover if you go get it.
the shadows from the chasm start to seep out onto the stonework, the floor of the raised section of the floor, and slowly start to tendril their way down towards the book, which is still glowing faintly.
Fuck it, let me roll an Arcana check. What do I know about this goop?
Can I aid in it?
You can aid in it, yes.
Hashtag goop knowledge.
It's gonna be an 11, yeah?
Yeah, probably.
I know about goop. Know about hole.
Okay, so what you know about the quote-unquote goop. So the shadowy tendrils that you've seen are what you're aware of is that they are a physical projection of a lich's subconscious.
What I thought, yeah. Okay.
That is the extent of your knowledge. You don't know what they could do, you don't know how horrible they could be. All you know is that they are technically a part of Lord Meticrow.
I'm fucking leaving the book. He's gonna go tattle, dude. He's gone. He's got
Before
a
you go and tattle, I'm going to cast dancing lights to see if the light will distract them so we can get the book.
Far away from the book in the opposite corner that we are.
You did not push your push to talk on that one.
Yeah.
You still heard it, though.
Yeah, so opposite corner, dancing lights, so that maybe we can get the book.
You can give it a go.
Okay. Alright, so I do
How
that.
tasty are these lights?
Yes, you want the lights.
Okay.
Here, fishy, 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 fishy.
So you cast the spell. The shadows seem to be attracted to not necessarily brightness, but to magic. Or bright magic, if you will. For a moment, they're wrapping around the book, and next moment, they're traveling over to the other side of the room to follow these dancing lights. You have a small window of opportunity. It might not last.
Go.
Okay, I didn't realize that I was going.
You're literally the fastest.
You're the fastest. Get a move on.
I'm not the Theory and I are the same speed, we're the same race.
You're tiny and have loads of decks.
Fine, if I go for it, it's gonna blow up.
Guy grabs the book. Guy runs in and grabs the book. And
as you pick it up, the shadows seem to turn towards you. And I'd suggest booking it out of there again very quickly.
Oh, booking it out of there. You suggest that I would book? You would suggest that I would book it out of there? You would? Actually, no. As Guillaume is running towards the door, he snaps his fingers, and every single torch in the room flares, like, super brightly for about 3 seconds.
The shadows recoil back into the chasm for a moment.
Yeah, and he exits the room. At a trot, he was not running as he left.
Okay. Yep. You now have back in your possession the Journal of Dear Madame, which is now glowing very faintly, a sort of golden aura. There are small sparks of lightning running across the spine of the book. It's
More
not
trouble
exactly.
than
It's not really doing anything. It's just sort of existing. The lightning doesn't seem to hurt or anything.
Guillaume sticks it in his bag.
Theory leans over while he sticks it in his bag and goes, "You can read that to us while you take me out to dinner later." Walks away.
If we get off this island and we go out to dinner in any location, I swear to God. He walks just like directly past her. He is going.
Okay. Meanwhile, what are you doing, Ed?
Are you over here in the garden?
Staring at the ocean, just like.
So you've walked past the iron cage that is sitting under the gazebo.
Oh yeah,
You're
no.
just staring out
Isaac
into
is
the
just not
ocean.
noticing anything at this point. It's just like, if anyone has seen anything of Brian David Gilbert's work, he's got to that. I am going to throw myself in the sea. Kind of, it's just staring at the ocean. Just, the fuck is today, Ben?
Everyone focus on Isaac for a minute longer, and I'll be right back.
Isaac focuses on the ocean for a minute longer, contemplating. Someone is probably going to need to shake him from this 3 turns of ennui.
You know, these numbers.
I'll go grab him and be like, all right, buddy, come on, we got
Yes,
this.
Dragon Reaper. They did turn the shot.
I'm going to be fired. I am so fired.
I grab him by the back of his collar and just start dragging him towards the group. Heels being pulled.
As you grab the back of the collar, just the hand with the pistol raises slightly, and you can see the sacred flame crackling in the end of it. Let go of the collar, and I'll walk with you.
I shrug and I let go.
Oh, dear.
Then just walk with him. Now noticing the cage upon turning around.
Yes, there is a big iron cage about the size of a person sitting under the gazebo.
Is it empty out of interest?
Yeah.
There's a skull at the bottom of it.
Great.
Just
You're actually
while walking past, looks at the skull. You look how I feel. I've been there, buddy.
Yeah,
Our team is broken.
There's a small slope that goes up to that gazebo, among other areas around here. It's a fairly nice, quiet area. Okay.
Considering.
Lord Meticrow is standing in front of the gates at the moment.
Gaelic noticing that he has a door, tries to, discreetly put it behind his back in an attempt to hide it.
The door is taller than you, Saren. The door is taller
I know.
than you.
Before arriving at Lord
Also bigger
Meticrow,
than-
Oh, God.
before arriving at Lord Meticrow, Isaac is behind a pillar. Can I motion to Gillick to leave the door with me?
Too late.
I
He's
just-
approached.
I just shake my head no.
Okay. Lord Meticrow, 2 of you know and see he is a lich. 2 of you do not. 2 of you recognize him as a wizened old man with a long beard. I don't remember which of you guys remembers which.
I
know
saw
I
him as a
Me and
lich.
Saren. Yeah, it's me and Saren.
So Aluka and Saren know the lich.
However,
the other 2 don't.
Nat/Nith has been informed that Lord Meticrow is a lich.
Okay.
Because
I
I
need to change which pillar I'm behind because I realized whilst it looks like not much distance, that's actually nowhere near hearing distance.
because when the phylactery was exposed, he directly said our employer is a lich, basically.
Yeah, no, okay, Nethiri knows. Isaac is the only one that isn't aware.
Yeah. Aluka
There's
was
nothing.
Yeah.
I was not hiding it, like, in any regard. I
Yeah,
said it at the very
no,
beginning as
it's
well,
just
so,
that
like...
Isaac isn't particularly observant at times.
Yeah.
It's fine.
I'm pretty sure the only time you mentioned it, like, directly as well, we were halfway up a clock tower.
You two were.
Yeah, that was
At the
good
very
times.
beginning, in the dining room, he also said the same thing.
Nobody listens to you.
Yeah.
Rip.
Wait, was that the
Um,
dining room that exploded?
No, the dining room didn't explode.
No, the dining room
sitting
didn't explode.
exploded.
We didn't find anything in the dining room.
The sitting room exploded.
Yeah.
Oh, right.
Okay.
I forget which room exploded. I'm sorry.
Okay. Lord Meticrow is standing at the gates. To the one of you who still can see that he has a face, he looks peeved, to say the least. To the rest of you, there is a very tall skeleton impatiently tapping his foot and looking at the tips of his fingers, sort of like this. Sort of just examining the tips of his fingers.
Classic I'm
impatiently.
waiting pose.
Yes, pretty much.
He
As you
almost holds up
approach,
his
he
hands
looks
and
up
just motions.
Goes, well,
Guillaume just holds his hands up and motions to the other two and goes, "Go on."
Bella takes her glowing hand and just presents it to him, saying, I think this will.
No, you're not coming through.
Yeah, the audio there is
The theory approaches, dude, and goes, I think this belongs to you, and extends her green glowy hand of vortex.
Oh boy. Okay. You can't see it. But Lord Metacrow's eyes widen a fraction. And what you can see is the pinpricks of blue that are in his eye sockets flare into little flaming orbs.
Does his hair go blue as well?
He puts a hand to his brow and he goes, I thought I wouldn't have to specify not to touch any magical artifacts.
It was
It's going
sparkly.
to be very painful to extract that stone from you now.
No thanks.
You may
Yum.
take it as your payment for whatever you've managed to accomplish here.
Sweet, thanks.
Theo motions to the door.
Funny.
Which door?
The door on your
The
back,
only door.
Saren.
I turn around in a comedic way, keeping the door specifically behind my back. What door?
Lord Meticrow looks at the door and just goes, well, at least that's easily replaced.
Yes, but the other 6 might not be.
He's telling Daddy on us.
Okay,
Great for party cohesion.
I couldn't carry the
Lord,
big
Lord
one.
Meticrow stands there for a moment and then just sort of lets out a long, suffering sigh. And he goes, please tell me you didn't break anything else.
Would you like to hear that, or would you
Technically-
like me to tell you what happened?
Technically, I didn't break anything else.
What does that mean exactly?
Not that
Well,
anyone can really hear, but Isaac is just hiding behind that pillar, rocking to himself. I'm fired. I'm fired. I'm so fired.
I maybe sorta kinda got possessed, and when I got out of it, the altar was broken.
You mean Mildred possessed you?
Yes.
How did you
Was
let
that her?
that happen? Mildred is the worst banshee I've ever employed.
She yelled at me, I yelled at her back!
Okay, so Meticrow seems very confused by this entire turn of events, and he goes, I hired you to get rid of a priest, not to get in a fight with Mildred.
Oh, the priest's
The
gone, don't worry
priest-
about that.
The priest has left the altar area, but the altar area is now a hole.
It is what?
It's a hole. And the doors to the treasure room are open, so you can see the rest of the... Well,
Hey, he killed your pet shark!
I did, yes. Frederick is dead.
Oh,
Right.
I can replace
the
Frederick. though.
shark is replaceable, but
I can replace Frederick. Just off session, Guillermo just hauling a shark back.
Guillermo.
So, Guillaume, by the way, Ed, but also, that is very funny.
Yeah?
Okay. Lord Meticrow seems very disconcerted by the news that both the treasure room doors and the altar have been practically destroyed.
Not practically.
Well, but yes, practically. They have been.
I have been.
Completely.
So he pulls out a large leather-bound tome from his satchel. And the tome has engraved writing on the back. And it's all in big gold lettering. It's quite a shiny tome, actually. It's got, like, big gold locks on the back as well. So it's fairly like ostentatious in its design. And he rifles through the pages a little bit, and then pauses on one and says, "Until the altar is repaired, you will not be able to enter the manor safely. I am going to provide you with some protection should the personification attempt to interact with you. However, I can't promise that we will be able to keep it at bay for much longer. You must finish your task soon, or this entire house will be consumed by darkness. And I will not be able to protect you all. Not forever. You have..." And he pulls out a pocket watch. 6 hours before the protection enchantment wears off. After that, it is very likely that you will be consumed. And he puts the book down on a small pile of stones that is next to him.
Guillaume pulls out the journal.
The Journal of Diamedan?
Yeah.
Okay. Give me 1 second.
Gillick kind of looks around and be like, "Where does it go?"
Guillaume just like points.
Dependent on perception, you might hear just a muttering, "I'm fired. I'm fired." Not getting paid
Lord
this
Meticrow
month.
can definitely hear you, by the way, Ed.
Oh, I'm sure of that. He doesn't realize he's not being quiet.
Uh,
This is gonna suck.
Okay. So. You pull out the Journal of Diamedan, which is glowing faintly. Even in the sunlight, you can still sort of see the glow, essentially. You pull it out, and Lord Meticrow's pinpricks of blue light that are his eyes flare slightly again, and he goes, "How did you get this? This is part of my personal collection. It shouldn't... Those books are locked away."
this one was not. It is entirely possible the priest took a passing interest in it, as it was part of the force field he was using to keep the altar safe for him.
Oh, no. This book is no ordinary book. This is a very ancient, very powerful text. If it was used to power an enchantment, I would hate to see how much damage that enchantment has truly done to the structures of this place. You must find that priest. He must be extracted from my home before any more damage is done.
Understood. He kind of holds the book up and then motions toward Lord Meticrow, as in like "Do you want this back right now?"
Lord Meticrow looks at the book for a moment and then goes, This knowledge is very ancient, but it serves me no purpose anymore. It has been many years since it was I who practiced the arts that this book speaks of. It may serve you better in the future than it would me. And he gestures for you to keep it.
Guillaume kind of like very gently puts it back in his bag and then turns around to look at Isaac, who is rocking back and forth behind a pillar, and just kind of crosses his arms and goes, "Well, we do still have to finish the job before we are fired."
Oh, all right then. Immediately comes out from behind the pillar as if nothing has happened at all. Now he knows he's not fired.
Okay, so
Just kind of blink and he's just part of the party as if he's always been standing there.
Good.
right. So, what would you like to do? Actually, no. We've been streaming for about 1 hour and 40 minutes. We're going to take a quick break, ladies and
Matter.
gentlemen. We are going to take a quick break, get some water, get something to munch on.
Get this
if
quick
you
out of my
happen
back.
to have the munchies. Go take a quick bathroom break, and we will be back in 5 minutes, ladies and gentlemen.
All right.
Candy, thank you for the £10 donation. Thank you very much. It is much appreciated.
Saren has cheaps.
Have a good evening, Canthy. Enjoy.
This is going well.
I can feel my shoulders again. Yay.
Hooray!
This is what happens when you sit like a goblin.
Uncrimp yourself.
Off, 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 off.
Uncrimp yourself.
I'm trying, but...
I'm sorry, but
Become
shrimp
less
seems
shrimp.
to be Ed's default position.
Yours too.
Well, yes. Actually, no. At the moment, I'm beanstalking. I'm, like, spread out across my chair and across the floor as well.
I think the problem is that typically I just sort of sit normally, but when I'm specifically at work, I shrimp.
Yeah.
Unshrimp.
I don't think I've left work for ages now. I can't remember what it's like to relax.
Oh,
Lucian,
man.
apparently your sound is lower than the others, than the rest of us.
Was so much
That's
fun for that
adjustable.
first
That's
half.
fine. It might be because, like, I had to, when I did my computer upgrade, I had to reinstall all of my drivers. So
I'll do
something's
it.
probably gone skewy there.
Yup.
Congratulations, by the way, Saren, on surviving a banshee.
Congratulations on surviving being possessed by a banshee.
Oh, you know.
Exactly.
I'm getting a call. Give me a second.
Okay. Is that a little bit better, everyone?
Yeah.
Nice. Okay. Good.
I have grape snack. Now that's just going to be in the background.
So I have to step away for about 30 seconds. One of my neighbors just informed me that there was some suspicious activity around my vehicle.
Go.
Oh.
And he's gone. As one arrives, the other leaves. Oh, wait, no. Was that him walking past
That
the
was
other
him
camera?
walking past the other cameras.
Oh, cool. I forget he's not actually on an Imperial cruiser.
Yeah, the green screen that you can see in the background of the other cameras is the Imperial cruiser, technically. I think.
I never thought I'd use Mold Earth in combat. It didn't do much, but I'm just happy I got to use it at all.
It helped a little.
It slowed him down. My idea was if I could just get him to the point where he'd have to dash to reach us, that at least stops him hitting anyone.
Good morning.
Don't even start talking about morning.
Rawfik, raiding with a party of 9. We're just taking a break before we get back to D&D. So give us a moment. Welcome, raiders, by the way. Freaky! Rolfic said I have an accent. Yes, I have an accent. I have a British accent. I have a public schoolboy accent. It is
I'd argue
it's
more
an
private
English
school
accent.
but
Well, You know how the UK calls private schools public schools? That's why it's a
True,
public schoolboy
But
accent.
to anyone outside, it will make a bit more sense.
Yeah, no, yeah. Your inventory is full. Or do I have to keep reminding you? Ah, yes, Duray. I hope that you're still enjoying the mod. I hope that it hasn't gotten too annoying.
Very British co-pilot.
Yes. Your inventory is full. Do I have to say that another 1,000 times, or are you going to do something about it? Ah.
I showed Charlie that voice clip that you did for Lucky, and they fucking over the moon about it.
Makes me kind of sad that I learned how to mod Subnautica rather late, because I was going to do the a revoice of the PDA for a friend.
It's good.
Just as your one, Lucian, just make it sarcastic.
Good question. It has to.
So all I got from Saren was me question.
Yeah,
Me question.
very in character.
Hey, you gotta keep in character for things like this. But the vehicle's fine, nothing to worry about there. So, yay.
I'm still trying to get to grips with Gilk's character because I can't really keep up whether it's like what was described of like, oh, you know, Canadian musician, lumberjack, barbarian, and then whenever he talks seems to be unga bunga.
That's barbarians, I think.
But does it have to be?
No.
He
Then
has
again,
a sophisticated
then again, the
moment.
alternative. Sorry, you first,
He has-
Saren. Sorry.
He has a sophisticated moments, but when he's in range, his intelligence kind of drops.
Yeah, that's fair. And some of the alternatives that aren't unga bunga barbarians do get a bit strange. Looking at you, my horrific creation that was Arnold Schwarzenegger in his bodybuilding era barbarian.
I mean,
A lot
you
of
say
steroids in
that,
that one.
You say that, Ed, but honestly, anytime I think of weirdest creations you've ever made, I just think of giant SpongeBob SquarePants with a essentially anti-tank gun as a sniper rifle.
Oh yeah, the 10-foot tall SpongeBob SquarePants with a gun as big as he is.
Yes, that.
Me, I will take credit. That was chat's creation, not mine.
Yeah, fair
Someone
enough.
said, "Oh, make SpongeBob SquarePants," and it became such a joke of that couldn't possibly happen. It's like, yeah, let's find out.
You did fuck around and find out.
Yeah.
I genuinely
Okay.
think, though, in terms of like playables, Dunval, the bloody Arnie barbarian, might be
Sure.
the stupidest creation I created.
I'll show you. I'm sending you guys a picture on Discord, the type of barbarian I am in real life.
Oh. Oh.
Soft barbarian.
I'm a soft variant. Let's see if I can share that just on stream quickly. Where is it? This one.
Right.
There we go.
Are we ready to get back to the game?
Yes.
Okay.
God damn it, you stop yawning.
There and that. And back to this.
Right. So, back to the game. To recap for people who have just joined,
We're not fired.
this, yeah, they haven't gotten fired from their current job yet, which is very surprising, all things considered.
I'm not dead yet.
Very.
But to recap,
Surprisingly, Guillaume isn't either.
Guillaume almost died, but also is a tattler.
Saren got possessed by a banshee. Aluka almost died. Ed had a mental breakdown, apparently. And Nathari
his
made
reasons.
bad decisions. Multiple bad decisions. So overall, I think it's going pretty well. Right. Okie dokie. So,
Okie dokie, Smokey.
What would you all like to do next? You still have the task of getting rid of a priest. How are you going to go about it?
Guillaume kind of like readjusts his mask and stuff and looks up at the doorway again, and then at the mansion and goes, if the priest is still in the mansion, he is at as much risk, more risk even, than we would be, so perhaps it is time to check the perimeter.
I thought we were enchanted so we'd be fine.
You
He
have
will
an
have to leave
enchantment
eventually.
that will help protect you. It's not 100%.
He will have to leave if he is not enchanted eventually, and we have not looked around the exterior of the house.
We barely looked around the interior of the house, but fair enough.
Yes.
Right, where would you
One
like
of
to
those
go?
weird scenarios where a player says something and the character reacts.
Well, you know.
Sorry, Saren.
Where would you like to go?
Back to the door that we kind of like just left, exploring the area outside, like past this well.
Okay. Past the
Then
gravestones
back-
and all that sort of thing.
Past the gazebo of torment.
Yeah. Guillaume spares a glance to the cage in the fucking gazebo and is just kind of like silent for a minute.
Yeah, it has a skull in it. Nobody's investigated it or anything, so you don't know anything more about it.
Would you like to go
I'd
look at the
recommend
skull,
the
Isaac?
Spartans for contemplation.
Okay, he wander up. No priest in there, but what's up with this fucking gazebo, dude? What's
the
up with
priest
this
has
fucking
polymorphed himself
gazebo?
into a skull.
What's up with the gazebo? I don't know. What is up with the gazebo? Would you like to roll a perception check to find out?
Yes, I think we're gonna do the whole bit now. The entire bit. If you want to, if you want me to pull up the story, and we'll just go through it. I rolled a. Where the fuck is my perception? It's a +2. What did I roll?
13.
Nope, that's
You
a.
rolled a 13. Or you
Okay,
rolled
so
a
it's a
natural
15.
20.
It's a 15. They make the dice a little harder to. mess
Yeah,
with.
it's a gazebo with a cage in it. The cage has
Okay.
a skull in it. There might
Oh.
be something under the skull. You're not sure. You think you see something glinting.
Take the rapier and poke the skull out of the way.
Okay. You poke the skull out of the way. Under the skull is a small but fairly ornate key.
Nathella runs up and goes, "Ooh, shiny!"
Question. Are you going to stick your hand through the bars to get to the key?
I want to see if you've learned.
This is the new.
So,
Well, Nathella hasn't learned anything, but she's gonna take her quarterstaff and just try to nudge at it.
nudge at it? Okay. As you push your quarterstaff through the, let's say openings in the cage. Aluka's rapier was thin enough to pass through unharmed. But your quarterstaff is slightly too large and gets caught on a very small, thin wire that shreds the end of the quarterstaff.
Welp.
I take out the quarterstaff and just kind of look at it, defeated.
Guillaume's gonna
On
give a
closer
very...
inspection, you can see that between each of the openings of the cage, there are very small, thin, sharp metal wires that are sort of crisscrossing it.
I'm gonna roll that finesse for that key, though.
You're gonna try and grab it with your rapier?
Yes.
Okay, roll it.
I'm gonna assume that's with my dexterity, so that's
Wow.
21, actually.
Yeah, okay. Maneuvering your rapier
He's
very
got deft hands.
carefully, you manage to hook the end of the rapier through the handle of the key. It's quite small, so you manage to extract it easily from the cage. Upon closer
have a key.
inspection, the key is approximately 4 inches long. It is silver with ornate gold filigree. Unlike most keys of this sort of time period, this one is 3-dimensional. It has 3 prongs that form a sort of triangular cross section.
Now hang on a second, is this what I think it is?
Do tell. What do you think it is?
Lucian, did you put gun key in the game?
Yeah.
No, this is not the gun
Okay.
key. There is a gun
Okay.
key, but this is not it.
I see.
And the gun key is not in this map, either. So, you won't find it here, even if you do
Damn
look
it.
for it.
But eventually I will find him.
Possibly.
Alright.
I just want to point something out because it's a bit of a rewind. As we're walking away from Lord Meticrow, I say out loud, "Boo, what the hell is a skeleton dance?" And I keep walking.
What?
Huh?
No, I think everyone's confused by that one, Saren.
Mm-hmm.
I mean,
Anyway,
I wasn't going to poke a hole in the gun key because that's very clearly an in-joke, but I've no idea what you're spouting about.
It's not exactly an in-joke.
Maybe you guys should have my chat open then.
I have your
I
chat
do
open, Saren.
have your skeleton, your chat
It's
open.
one of my
You
redeem
have his
things.
skeleton
remember?
open.
Yeah. Yeah, I
Open
just,
his-
I keep a skeleton in my closet for special occasions, you know?
It's one of my chat commands where Gaelic hears the voice of a creature named Boo in his head.
I see.
I see.
Right.
Right.
Oh, dear.
I get it now. Okay.
E.
Interesting. Yeah. You have acquired a small ornate key, Aluka.
Okay, I have a small ornate key. He's going to just straight up put it in his bag and keep walking. Because this was not what he was looking for, so
Mm-hmm.
he's just gonna keep going. Keep going.
Okay. So you guys are heading around to the garden, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, the orchard. Okay. The orchard
Whee!
is fairly plentiful. There's a fair few trees, quite a few apple trees, and for some reason in the middle there's a peach tree. Not completely sure why. There's a lot of hedges, a lot of flowers, a couple of loose boards and some loose masonry from where someone's been patching up the walls. Cart, pile of leaves. There's not really much here. It's mostly like greenery.
There is. There's no priest here.
There's no priest here.
There's no priest here.
I want to take a look at the statue.
I want to take a look at the statue.
Yeah.
The statue has an engraving which you don't seem to be able to read as of yet. It is engraved in a tongue that is foreign to you.
Having noticed the barbarian taking an interest in an object, I'm gonna come over.
Can I read what's on the statue?
Yes, you can. It is written in Draconic, essentially.
I want his shield.
No,
You oh.
What does the statue say?
just lightly slap
So
the
the
barbarian. No.
statue reads, in honor of Dina Voltarek, and it has a set of dates inscribed, as well as a very small quote, which states, "In fire we live."
Quick, somebody light a fire on it.
You'll have a very quick look at Isaac.
Did anyone narrate what that actually said out loud though to the party, or is it just
No.
No.
Yeah.
Nat is the one who read it.
I guess I read it to the group.
Why do the ancient ones always have unspellable names?
Isaac
Quick,
seems
light
like
it
a
on
very
fire.
strange name to me.
Just gonna I'm gonna try and like just look the statue up and down as using more of the sort of Tomb Raider Monster Hunter-y sort of ideas. Is like, does it have any switches or
Are
anything
you
on
rolling
it?
a perception check?
I was
I
going.
think you should roll a perception check.
I was specifying to try and get investigation or perception, whichever you thought would be more.
I mean, if you
appropriate.
want to roll investigation, you can. If you're trying to investigate this, you don't need to give me a long-winded description. You can just say, "I want to investigate this."
Okay, not used to that. That's fair.
Yeah.
Or you can do long-winded.
You can do
It's up to
long-winded,
you.
but yeah, it's up to you at the end. of the
Oh,
day.
I'm just saying it from past tables. Normally, you have to qualify if you want to use anything other than just the ultimate basics.
No.
So going with perception, that is 12 plus 3, 15.
Okay. You look up and down and around the statue, and you notice that on the back of the plinth is a sort of inset button. Stone button. It looks pushable, but it looks ancient as well.
I'm going to point this out to Gillick and then just move away.
I'll stomp on the button.
You're gonna stomp. You're gonna kick the button.
Okay.
Okay.
Button gets stuck
Roll me a
because you
strength check.
booted. Oh boy.
Oh no.
9. Hang on, with my strength, that's 11.
You stomp on the button and it cracks down the middle. The mechanism is very old. It seems like if you'd used a gentler touch, it might have worked, but it just cracks down the middle.
I look over at Isaac and I put my hands to the
pulverize
side
the
and just go,
button.
I go, eh?
Isaac gives an approving nod.
For a moment, nothing really happens. You pulverize the button. The mechanism is very old. But a second later, there's a very loud click, and the shield that the statue is holding swings to the side to reveal a very short, small dagger.
I get the dagger. I get the dagger.
I jump and grab the shield that swung open.
Okay. So
Wouldn't
you...
there still be hinge attached to the statue?
Yes.
I'm picturing him hanging in the
Okay, so you're both lunging for various parts of this statue. Okay, if you're trying to do this at the same time, which I'm assuming you are, I need you both to roll me an acrobatics check, and I need Saren to roll me a strength check to see if he can pull the shield off.
Here's the acrobatics. Acrobatics is a 20.
Okay.
Okay.
And my strength check is...
So it's a 6.
My strength check is 17.
Okay.
You need us to roll for both? Acrobatic and strength?
Okay, so...
Both was acrobatics. Strength was just for Gillick.
Yeah, strength is just for Saren, don't worry about that. Okay, Saren, in your enthusiasm at seeing this shield swing open like a door, you leap over Nathari's head and cling to the top of it before wrenching it off its hinges. In the process, you also pull off the statue's arm. Nathari, you attempt to grab the dagger, but the fact that Gillick leaps over your head startles you, and you trip and fall into some flowers, face first. The dagger is still up there.
Isaac is going to calmly inspect the dagger.
The dagger is engraved with a couple of draconic runes. It has a sort of wavy-shaped blade with a pair of spikes at the hilt that are facing down the blade. The hilt itself seems to be wrapped in leather and inlaid with a very small red gemstone.
Guillaume kind of walks over and just folds his arms.
Again, out of nowhere, Gilk goes, "Boo! It worked, didn't it?"
Turning to Guillaume, I don't think we should let that one gesticulate to her in the flower bed. Touch that. Points at the gem.
All
I'm
right.
gonna stand up and try to grab the dagger, but gently this time.
Can I swat her hand out of the way?
Rapier immediately goes up in front of her. Like, just immediately goes up in front of her, like a gate. What does the dagger say on it?
The draconic runes that are engraved on the blade read ignite, sharpen, and burn.
Guillaume is going to
I still
relay
want it.
that to them. Now, what did the statue say at the very bottom again?
In fire we live.
In fire we live.
So, in fire we live, and the dagger itself has, obviously, flame properties.
It's possible. You don't know yet.
Okay, so...
It just thought red was very fashionable that year.
Yeah. Guillaume's actually going to look at Nat and go, "Do you have fire spells?"
Yes, we do.
Yes, we do.
Pick this up with your other hand, please.
I'm gonna pick up the dagger with my non-glowing hand.
Yeah.
Okay. As you pick up the dagger, the blade... well, actually, the pommel, the gem in the pommel, starts to glow. The hilt starts to feel warm under your palm, but it also starts to feel like it's sucking something out of you. Like it's pulling on your magical force that you have as an innate part of you. For a moment, nothing seems to happen. Then, the blade of the dagger turns into essentially pure fire and lengthens by about a foot. It is turned into a giant flaming sword.
Nice.
Guillaume jumps backwards.
Isaac is just going to... You know how you just sort of... Not like grab a move, but just like sort of cup your hand under someone's forearm and just aim their forearm. I'm just going to aim up the flame sword away from the grass and the flowers.
I'm just gonna look at it and be
it's
like,
too
wow.
late. The grass has withered. The flowers are burnt to a crisp.
Guillaume
So-
dies and lights a cigarette on the fucking sword that's on fire, and then just pushes his mask up to smoke it again.
Yeah. The sword is on fire. As you hold it, the blade starts to get longer. The longer you hold it, the longer the blade gets.
I'm gonna just go like this and just kind of shake it and be like, how do I put it out?
It doesn't go out. You've burnt more
Put it
flowers.
down, not out.
Drop it!
I drop it quickly once I realize it's not gonna go out.
By the time you drop it, the blade has gotten to about 4.5 feet in length. As you drop it, it
Hold
burns
earth
through a
to raise
bush
the
and
loose earth
leaves
around
a
the blade.
massive gash in the floor. But as you drop it, the flames go out, and it turns back into the normal dagger that you saw before.
Lord's first mistake was hiring a budget team.
I don't think I should pick that up anymore. Just
That's
saying.
probably for the best. Tries to pick up the sword.
Okay.
But basically wrapping hand around it and kind of leaving it quite close to the ground to see if it, like, starts lengthening again so I can let go of it quickly.
I'm just, hunching the back,
blade-
tying... I'm just
Okay,
hunched
so-
in the back, getting the rest of the arm off the shield, trying to make it into a workable
So you're
shield.
like sawing it off with the axe.
Okay, so as you pick up the blade, Isaac, it does, like, the hilt feels warm to the touch, and the gem is gently glowing, but it doesn't ignite.
Good.
It seems like whatever magical force that causes the blade to ignite either requires a power source or an activation phrase. As far as you can tell.
All
fair.
yours, Master Isaac.
I literally didn't understand a word of that. Sorry, what?
All yours, Master Isaac.
Thanks. It's
You have
probably
acquired
just best
the
to,
dagger of
spare the
Dinar
flowers.
Valktor. Congratulations.
Back to backpack. I'll just put that on body then, because I don't understand this backpack. Dagger
I
of
suppose we are taking it then.
might need some spelling assistance.
Dinar, D-E-N-A-R, Valktor, V-A-L-K-T-O-R.
Marvs. Thank you.
Okay.
Yeah. Looks at Nithnath. Probably just best keep it out of sight for now. It is understandably shiny.
Do I manage to get the stone shield into a working shield for myself?
You know what? Let's see.
We play shield swap
roll
every episode.
Roll me a...
How we can measure the progression. The size of Saren's size and material of Saren's shield.
Roll me a
Breathing.
sleight of hand
One
check.
man need.
Sleight of hand?
Sleight of hand to see if you can maneuver the arm off of the shield.
Okay. I mean, I'd use brute force if I couldn't do it easily.
If you use brute force, it would crack the shield.
All right, here's sleight of hand.
Oof.
Nope, that's
The arm
that's
is
a total of
firmly mortared onto the shield. It is unlikely that you'll ever be able to pry it off.
Which
Still
arm
use
is it?
as a club.
Is it? Hang on, is it the left arm or the right arm? The left.
It's the right arm.
Is the right arm for the shield?
Yep.
Just watching this happen. Just standing there watching the barbarian violently try to wrench an arm off of a shield, as we are meant to be looking.
How is it? Like the full length of the arm, or just up to the elbow? Like where?
It's up to the elbow.
I'll try to fashion the elbow into a point.
Oh no.
What, are you gonna try and hold it the other way?
I'm gonna hold it in my left arm and then use his arm as a snap point, like an unfoldable blade.
It doesn't fold.
Oh, I thought it was swung on the hinge.
No. The hinge was on the elbow. The arm swung out on the elbow.
Okay, then yeah, I'm gonna fashion the elbow into a point.
No, because
I'm
like
confused at how
I'm
this works.
confused.
So, like, flat slab of shield, Saren, and arm
Yeah.
just coming out from a right angle at it. The arm will not be hinging backwards or forwards.
Yeah,
it's just
because the
sticking
hinge
out.
the
is
arm-
on the elbow. The
When
hinge
it was
is
attached
on
to
the elbow.
statue,
That's where it was
hinged
attached.
away from the body on the elbow,
Yeah,
Okay.
rather than hinging away from the shield on the elbow.
yeah. So
So if you
essentially,
held it
you
maybe
pulled
the
the arm
other
off
way,
from
you'd
the
have a
hinge.
shield with one spike.
Yeah, I was gonna hold it in my left hand.
There's nowhere to hold it. It's an
I was going to say,
arm
holding
and
it
a...
by what?
Yeah.
I'm fashioning rope around it.
Okay, you'll need to do a crafting thing to do that, and you don't really have the time at the moment.
Okay, fine, then I just carry the shield, but I look at it, I'm disappointed. I can't really use that, drop it. Go back to my
Door.
tower door.
Okay.
Your door, beloved.
Okay.
I go back to the door.
Do you guys
The
want to do
doorbell.
anything else in this area, or are you gonna move on?
Are we allowed to pick the fruit?
You're allowed to pick the fruit. It's fruit.
I want to
You
go
can
pick
pick
the
it if
fruit.
you want. You might have to climb a tree to pick it because it's quite
the
high
fruit-
up.
Would the fruit do any healing to us? Because I'm now just realizing that one of us still only has 2 hit points and the other one has 5. And maybe it's
That's
a good
not
time to
entirely
spend
Are
fair.
some hit
these good
dice.
berry trees?
You can spend
That's a long rest.
short rest. Well, I was
Yeah.
going to say you can spend a short rest to recover 2 hit points each, and eat some fruit. Or you can spend a long rest to recover a few more hit points. But bear in mind, you have 6 hours.
Question
As a
re
time
short
limit.
rest. Wouldn't we just be able to use hit die on a short rest and get way more back than 2 anyway?
I mean, yeah,
We-
you can, but that's the basic amount that you'll get back.
Ah, right,
essentially.
okay.
We can only do a short rest. A long rest is 8 hours long. We have been limited in our ability to
Yeah.
actually do a long rest.
Okay, so I
Um,
guess we're gonna do a short rest, right?
Yeah, that we should do a short rest.
Okay.
I don't know
Varies
if we're
from
gonna
table to
actually end
table.
up
Is
fighting the
short
priest.
half an hour or an hour?
Uh,
I'm
1
asking this
hour.
thing because it varies from
Short
table.
rest will be an hour.
Yep, cool.
So yeah.
While y'all short resting then, because I don't really benefit from that in any ways, I would like to move over here. Just at least get a head start scoping
Where?
place out. Over by the pine tree. Well, I'm assuming it's a pine tree. Fir tree? Christmas tree. With a gravestone in front of it.
Oh,
going the wrong
okay.
way.
You've gone quite far around the other way. Okay, fair enough.
Yeah, you're going the other way. Where are you going?
Well, if we continued round the way we were going, that would mean shimmying round the rock face and then big old plain of nothing.
You don't
Yeah,
know
the
that.
Plain of Nothing should actually have some more gardens in it, but I got distracted.
Exactly.
Just
And I
imagine
don't
there's a
blame you
bunch of
for it.
bushes there, in fairness.
And I don't blame you.
Okay. So, people
It's a
in the
tennis
orchard,
court,
are you
guys.
going to do anything more here? Or do you feel like you've done pretty much everything you want to do?
Out of character, there's something in the bushes. In character, I don't know.
I
Well-
mean, in character, have you noticed that there's something in the bushes?
Out
Yeah,
of character,
you
I can't
did
even
roll
see
a
there's something in
perception
the
check
bushes.
on the statue.
I would like.
You
I
rolled
would
a
like to roll
perception check on the statue, not on the bush, but yeah.
Yeah, I would like
Correct,
to
but, you know.
just do a good look around the area
Well-
to see if there's anything else I notice.
You notice that there is a rather large stick poking out of one of the bushes.
Is there?
There is.
Yes.
Yeah, there
Right
is.
by the cart. I go grab the stick.
You are you sure you want to do that?
You know the answer to that. Go ahead and deal that damage.
I go grab the stick.
You go grab the stick. Okay.
What's this?
As you go grab the stick, an unshakable urge to shout at the nearest paladin overcomes you.
No paladins.
No paladins around, thankfully.
It's taking me
Statue.
this long to find the stick.
Lucian, how much did we heal for?
You have to roll your hit die.
You have to roll your hit die for it.
So
That
let
is
me
to
just.
do what?
I'm going to check for you. Give me just a second.
Oh my god, freaky.
Continue
D8
talking
plus
about
1.
the stick while I. Yeah.
Okay.
It shouldn't
so
be a D8 plus 1. That should be your hit points. It should be
No, that's my hit die.
As you
shoot.
pick up the stick,
2d8.
you also feel stronger, but less aware of what's around you. Your focus has become this stick.
Oh no, 1d6. Sorry.
Roll me a wisdom saving throw.
Just real quick, Nat, on your sheet underneath Sorcerer, it's level 1, your hit die is a 1d6. You get 1 die based on how many levels you have, and 1 die to start with, so you can roll 2d6 to regain as many hit points as possible, or you can save one of them,
And that's plus con modifier
which is a 3.
for each hit dice used.
Yes.
So do I roll 1 or 2d6?
It depends on it. Since you're so low in health, essentially, if you roll a d6, you'll then add 3 to it. You can choose to roll only 1, and then you can choose to roll your second one after you know how much you've rolled.
Given how low your hit points are, 1 would probably get you pretty healthy.
Yeah,
I was
1
gonna
will
say
probably do it.
increases it by 6, so we're okay.
You have to roll the d6 to actually figure out what you've got.
She did
I
roll
did
1 earlier
already.
and got a 3.
Okay. Okay. That's it,
Okay.
dice.
So I got a flat 13.
Yeah, you got a flat 13. For a moment, as you hold this stick in your hand, you feel this uncontrollable urge to whack someone with it before it proceeds to whack you in the head.
Wait, a stick whacked me in the head?
A stick whacked you in the head. It does, let's see. It is a surprise action, so you get no recurse here. It does 3 points of damage, and then it proceeds to jump back into the bush.
Did we find the D&D equivalent of the Wabberjack?
There is an actual thing that is happening here.
There is indeed.
Fucking... I grab my axe over my head. It's like, do that again. I dare you.
The stick is standing in the bush. It is not moving anymore. It is just a stick. Well, okay. It's not just a stick. It's a fairly tall staff. But yeah, it's a stick.
Fairly angry stuff as well by the sound of it.
Very
Well,
much so.
the staff is about 5 foot tall. So, yeah. Fairly tall staff.
Very much.
But it's a stick. It's a stick in a bush.
It's a stick in a bush.
Sorry, I'm just reading a chat on my end here.
It's, yeah. Don't worry about it.
Is anyone else gonna investigate what's going on here?
You don't
Except
have
for
I've been
Ed,
told
who's-
to roll for
who's-
perception. I've been told to roll I've been told to roll for perception.
Like, I'm letting everyone know that this stick is here. Like, hey guys, this thing just whacked me
You
in the
don't
head.
really need to know. You don't really need to roll perception to know that the stick is there. It's there.
Yeah. I have watched that stick hit Saren's character,
about-
Bilk, in the head.
Anything else?
It's a stick.
You would... Yep.
If you
It's a
want to
stick.
know more, you would have to roll something other than perception, essentially.
Investigation, Arcana,
Hey, Nathala, go pick it up with
Nature,
your...
I guess?
Possibly.
This stick
Yeah,
is made of stick.
nature might give you some insight into it. Arcana would probably give you insight into it as well.
Yeah. Alright, I'm gonna go ahead and do an Arcana check.
Okay, roll it.
Where is my Arcana on this fucking sheet? 11.
Okay. And that's no modifiers?
No modifiers.
Right.
It is a passing gaze. He watched Gilka get hit in the fucking head with it and then was just like, huh, magic stick. Wonder what that's about.
You can tell that there is something about the stick that is enchanted. You don't know what. It seems very odd for this stick to be out here. You do notice that the stick has some very small engravings around the top of it.
Are they in a language that I know?
They are not.
Okay. He's gonna kind of relay that to everyone else that, yeah, there's an engraving on it, but, you know, don't know what that stick's about. He just shrugs. He is eating a peach. He is trying to fucking heal himself. Well,
What are you
giant
guys
flame tongue sword and stick that hits you aside. Should we keep looking? Or...
I'm gonna keep moving.
Yeah,
Okay.
Nathala is just gonna slowly walk away from the stick, like keeping her distance.
That's fair.
We do not talk about the beating stick.
We do not talk about the stick that whoops Saren for 3 points of damage. I'm waving to the stick as we leave.
As you
reference to the
wave to
stick.
the stick, Aluka, you notice that the stick, very gently, you can't really tell if it's just the breeze or something, but it very gently waves back and forth at you.
Yeah.
You wave to
Yeah.
stick wave back at you.
Yep.
It's a stick waving competition.
It is a stick waving
Anyway.
competition.
Ed, what are you doing in the meantime?
Well, while everyone else took an hour's rest and snacked on peaches, Isaac has been combing the gardens back the other way, having peeked around the corner of the manor and just seen basically rocks. So goes back round the front end, hoping that there's more on the left-hand side of the manor, and is temporarily caught at gaze by the gravestone and crow.
So,
Not
under
sure if the
a
crow's
tree,
engraved on the gravestone, but yeah.
under a tree surrounded by some fairly heavy, not very well maintained bushes, is a rather old, decaying gravestone. And on that gravestone is a small crow that is glaring at you with very beady red eyes. The eyes are literally bright red and glowing.
And we have caught up to Isaac at some point as well, or
I mean,
would you like us to
you
just-
guys are going round the opposite direction to
I
Isaac
see.
at the moment.
And nursing
So
a
you
headache,
will
some of you.
will meet up
Yeah.
eventually, but for
Got
now
it.
this is Isaac, just Isaac, at the moment.
So the crow's eyes are glowing red. Does the gravestone say anything in any language I understand?
The gravestone, it's not a case of understanding the language because you're fairly sure that you can see some letters in common. It's a matter of fact that the gravestone is so old that most of the writing seems to be obscured or scratched out.
Okay, and just tiredly going to slightly cock his head to the crow. You haven't seen a priest or tenor come through here, have you?
The crow looks at you for a moment, and then, in a very reedy voice, it goes, "No, but if I did, what would you pay me for the information?"
Just look, buying time while Ed opens his character sheet.
Shiny things! It's a crow!
I know that. I'm just trying to decide what shiny thing to pick. Okay.
How many things do I have
so
in my bag?
He's going to take out a gold piece and a ration, and just sort of hold one in each hand. Just, I got food or shiny. Take your pick. At this point, I'm tired.
The crow takes stock of you for a moment and then goes, well, I certainly have no need for food, but that gold piece, it would make a lovely addition to my little hoard. Very well. The priest is holed up in the library, but I doubt he'll be there for long. He's growing fatigued any longer, and the shadows might claim him.
Looking back at the shadowy manor. Yeah,
as
I think
you
that goes for all of us.
As you look back at the shadowy manor, the crow swoops down, grabs the coin from your hand, and takes off.
I just want to say, you missed a perfect opportunity. This will make a fine addition to my collection.
Yeah, perhaps. I wasn't really thinking, but yeah, in fairness. Right, so you now know the current location of the priest. But you're not with the rest of your party, who are on the other side of the manor from you at the moment.
Indeed.
Hey, it's a Meticrow.
Yeah.
I mean, it does
Yeah.
have meta knowledge, so it's true.
Yeah.
I mean,
That one goes to
I can give you this information for free, but you did find it on Meticrow's grave.
Yeah.
So
That tracks.
That would be meta gaming because we couldn't read what was on the gravestone.
Well, no, you couldn't read what was on the gravestone, but I was trying to make it fairly obvious that it was like the oldest grave here. And
could have been Mildred's.
It could have been Mildred's, but it's not.
Mildred's a young spring flower compared to Lord Meticrow.
Compared to Lord Meticrow,
Could have been his
Mildred
long-dead
is
lover
younger.
Ivania, who is.
Ivania, no, God no.
And he sees the reincarnation of his missus in everyone.
Anyway, yeah. So yeah. Now you know where Lord Meticrow is, but also the rest of your party is on the other side of the manor, and it would probably take you about 15 minutes to get there. And they've since started moving on.
With headaches.
Yes.
With headaches. Only one of us.
Well, the library, I seem to recall, was off of the main hall.
Yes.
Okay. There's not, as far as I remember, many exits from there.
Actually, there's
So
4.
Is there? Oh, Jesus.
Yeah, there are.
That shows what we get for not going in the library.
Shows what you get for looking at the main hall and going, let's check all the doors, and then not checking any of the actual exits. You only found one of the 4 exits in the main hall. So, you know.
Yeah. I mean, we didn't even go in the library, being fair. Which means
No, you didn't.
that also seems to be the same place that Banshee booked it to.
Books, you say?
Upon remembering the Banshee ran towards the library as well, might need the blunt instrument for that one.
The blunt instrument doesn't get used against us again.
He's just gonna start meandering his way towards the sort of like the fountain and the rest of the shit to try and investigate if there's anything more that way. And happy for the camera to flash to the other group.
You 3, what are you doing?
Are there any doors, like, or windows in the big building piece next to us?
There are plenty of windows, but the only doors really into the building are in the main hall area.
Okay. Guillaume's just kind of looking in through the windows while meandering around the outside, just checking that the priest isn't in there.
He's not. The dance hall, or the ballroom rather, is empty at the moment. It's empty and unlit.
I'm just making my way around, gonna go...
I'm
gonna go up the rock to the edge of the, investigate just the edge of the rocks here.
I'm
The
gonna
cliff?
follow Saren to investigate the top of the rocks.
You mean the cliff? Okay.
Yep.
Guillaume
Yeah,
is going to stay at the bottom and look for Isaac. Like, now that we've peeked around the other side.
It's a cliff. There's not much to say about it other than it's a fairly tall cliff. There's a bunch of very sharp rocks at the bottom. You might not want to fall off there.
Alright, well, since there's nothing of interest here, I'll just go back.
I was going to say, given what Guillaume has said, is it possible for me to pre-program that I basically meander to this corner of the manor?
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay.
There
However long it
is-
takes me to get there, just let me know when I reach it.
Yeah.
Wave.
So there is at this corner of the manor, there is a small pool of water that seems to be inlet from the ocean behind the rocks, which is quite interesting. The other three.
Because when the other three are done with their rocks, I'll wave to Guillaume, but I'll let them go.
Yeah, the other three round the other corner of the manor and walk across the expansive gardens.
What are you doing?
that
We're walking across the gardens.
You're so nice.
that it definitely exists here.
They're super nice spectral gardens. We love them. They're so hard to get through,
and
though. Is
see
the
you
problem?
at
It's
the
the Emperor's new garden.
the
Yeah.
other side of the house, and you all meet up around
Hey, a ladder.
this little pool of water, seawater. There's some stuff around the bottom of the thing. et
Pointing
cetera,
at the
et cetera.
wall of the library and straight to Guillaume. Priest apparently in the library.
Ah.
At least he was about, guesses at how long it took.
20 minutes ago.
About 20 minutes ago.
I look through the window of the library.
As you look into the library, you see that, or rather, you hear the shuffling of robes from behind one of the bookshelves.
Can I tell which bookshelf?
No, there's a lot of bookshelves.
This is a big window, isn't it?
It is a very big window.
It's a very big
Um,
window, isn't it?
Is it about
it's
shoulder
through
width
it.
window or
It has bars on it.
how far apart are the bars?
Looking at our barbarian,
Not
that does
far
not
apart
seem
enough.
Okay. Guillaume kind of like looks at the brickwork and stonework and the glass and looks back at Isaac and says, I don't believe there's a door on this side, do you?
Not that I've seen. And sadly, mold earth is not getting through that.
No, I do not think so. And it will be loud if we were to make one.
So there's back in and through.
And near the Banshee, most likely.
Yeah, but that was always going to happen. Either we wait for the
Alright.
mana to get consumed to the point where Priesty Boy has to come out, or we have to go in, which means through Banshee.
Well, let's give it a go. And he starts just walking away.
Okay.
Gonna follow Guillaume and see if, just while walking along, just pretty much staring at the wall of the library for any, like,
Yeah.
niche in the brickwork or any kind of secret door that he's
I'll
missed.
be
And
looking
windows
through the
without bars.
windows, trying to see if I can spot the priest.
Yeah.
You do manage to catch glimpses of the gold, blue, and white robes of the priest on occasion, but he's
see.
usually flapping around quite quickly and running from bookshelf to bookshelf at this point.
Is this a door? Over here?
Where? Oh, yes.
Yeah.
There you go.
Where?
Thank you.
Yeah, I'll there with Taryn. The doors do kind of look a hell of a lot like the brickwork.
Yeah.
It's I think
Not your
next
fault.
time I do this, I'm just gonna put lanterns over the doors, indicate
Marv's.
them a little bit easier.
Not your fault
Everybody
at
in.
all, it's just Talespire.
Everybody in.
Oh, that saved us a considerable amount of walking.
Okay.
Okay. As you enter the main hall once again, you notice that the shadows that were spilling out of the chasm have increased. They are now reaching to around about these little sort of drainage covers, and they are growing. And they are essentially turning into a writhing mass of shadowy figures.
Let's just give those a wide berth.
Guillaume's gonna do his little fire trick again and make all of the fire in the area essentially flare super bright.
As the fire flares brightly, the shadows sort of recoil a little, but they are a lot more resistant to it now.
Got it. Okay.
Yeah.
Door to library.
As you enter the library, it is a very, very long room with a lot of very tall bookshelves. Standing in the, floating in the middle of the room is Mildred the Banshee. She seems mildly contented at the moment. She doesn't seem to be particularly bothered by anything. But behind her, you can also see the priest of Tenor, who is whose model I only really have a dark cleric figure robe, but it'll do for now. Hold on, I'm gonna quickly enable his torch. There we go. So you can sort of see him scuttering about from shelf to shelf here and there. But for the most part, he doesn't seem to have noticed that you've entered the room yet.
Are the
Hide
bookshelves
behind the
close
bookcase.
enough? Are the bookshelves close enough to each other where I could domino them? Knock one over and have them cascade down?
No.
Damn.
The bookcases are about 15 feet apart each, and they're about 10 feet tall each.
Hide behind a bookcase.
Okay.
I'm going to.
If you're all gonna hide, you're gonna have to roll me stealth checks.
Not all.
I was going to say not all of us, because I'm
Okay.
trying to prevent Saren doing something stupid.
I see.
He doesn't want to go near the Banshee again. I'm gonna do a little bit of a hide.
Wrong
I'm
name, by the
also
way.
gonna
Sorry,
lie.
prevent Gilk doing something stupid. I know Saren would do something funny.
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't know.
I'm
I know
gonna-
Sarah personally.
I am going to. Because he hasn't noticed us. Has Mildred noticed us?
Mildred has not noticed you yet.
Can I
You have
rest a
only
hand
just
on
walked
Gilk
in.
to try and calm him? And just to try and advise caution.
Hang on. I'm gonna try to get Mildred's attention and wave her over.
You're going to attract the banshee that was attacking you earlier.
No, that-
Okay.
Stand next to him with his hands up in sort of universal peace gesture.
Okay. Okay. What sort of gestures do you make to attract Mildred?
Hey, Mildred, come here. And I just wave her like.
Mildred, the banshee, is gently hovering in place, and she does notice you. She looks over and she looks vaguely annoyed. She looks irritated, but she doesn't seem particularly angry at the moment.
Do you want to do the talking or should I?
I mean, she possessed me. We have
Does
a
that mean a
connection.
yes or a no?
We have a connection. I'll do it.
Okay. Okay.
Okay.
Just remember, addressing people by name builds confidence.
What was Skullface name again?
I don't. Why do you keep calling him Skullface? I don't understand. That's not beside the point right now.
Okay, so how are you trying to get Mildred over here now?
I'm
Because
literally hunched over and I'm just waving over at her. It's like, come here, come here.
after a few moments of persistent waving, she seems to sigh and gently floats towards you. She's not speaking yet.
Look, Mildred, I know we got off to a yelling match. But we're here because of your boss. And we gotta get rid of that guy. Can you give us a hand? Or a voice?
Mildred,
whatever it is.
Mildred takes one look at you and takes a brief look at you and goes, "I have no boss. Who do you think rules this manor?"
Sub? Boyfriend? Lord Meticrow out there, that one.
Skullface guy. He told us he hired you.
The old man
Lord
who
Meticrow
might admittedly look a
is
bit wizened, but is not
my-
a skull.
What are you talking about?
What are you talking about?
You're gonna
Lord
get your head checked.
Meticrow is my summoner. But I
Right.
do not work for him.
Okay,
Well,
do you work
he-
for him? Points at Robe Guy.
He and I have common goals.
Really quickly Google how to desummon a banshee. Guillaume
Just
leans
gonna,
around.
like,
I know we're all
stare at Aaron
like,
just,
I look over at her and I'm like, well, I got nothing.
Nobody's gonna ask what the common goal is? Really?
Your character can do this.
yeah, go on, then.
I'm not in control!
Convince your other
I'm
side
scared
too,
of
then.
ghosts.
Guillaume leans around the corner and just goes, "Sorry."
This is what you
I
have
don't
to
think
get from
anyone's
this
quite
game.
sure how to react to that.
just sorry.
He's apologizing to her. He hit her with an Eldritch Blast.
Actually, that's
see.
a good point. I'm sorry I tried to set you on fire with holy magic. And I'm sure he's sorry, points at Gilk, for, well, today overall.
Why?
However, it is of utmost importance that we remove the priest from the premises.
There's kind of dark magic leaking everywhere, and it's going to consume most of the island. And probably a spiritual creature is not going to handle that very well. No offense.
What makes you think that this is not what I want?
Because you were last seen trying to help him release 500 life souls, which had nothing to do with leaking shadow magic at the time.
And the fact that you booked it
release
like
of 500 souls is only one way to achieve what I want.
Well, what do you
and
want?
that is
I want to die. And you notice that there is a small purple glowing fissure in the banshee's sort of sternum, and it looks like a crack essentially, as if something stabbed her essentially. And she's made of crystal, and she's shattered a little.
I'm a roll Arcana. I want to know what's going on.
Okay, roll it.
I would like to primarily roll Arcana to see if I can recognize what has happened to her, and then secondarily, I am rolling Arcana because I want to know if Guillaume knows anything about desummoning or dispelling or getting rid of a banshee, especially a weakened one that has been cracked.
Roll it.
Yep.
Okay.
Outside. 14, 7. Did that say 14?
That
It
said
did say
7.
14, then you picked it up
did-
again.
Yeah, you picked it up twice. Don't worry about it. So 14
You guys!
plus nothing on the Arcana, I don't think.
Still nothing on Arcana. I'm still
Okay.
not a magic user.
Okay, so what you know about banshees in this case. When summoned, a banshee needs to be bound to a certain object. This is usually a magical crystal, some form of totem, other sort of things. And the banshee usually carries this object inside them. In this instance, you're fairly sure that the banshee was summoned and bound to a crystal of some sort, and that is what you are seeing is the crack. There that you're seeing is the crystal inside emanating from her. You do not know how to desummon a banshee. You're barely even sure how to summon one in the first place. It is very complicated.
Fair enough.
Banshees are usually used as not necessarily spell components, but spell assistants in some situations. Banshees are fairly powerful in their magic, and powerful magic users in previous lives would have even more powerful magic as Banshees. However, they have a very limited recollection over what they used to be. So they're fairly easy to manipulate if you know the right way. Most Banshees that are summoned end up being bound to their object for as long as the object is able to survive. But most of those objects usually outlast the summoner. So when the summoner dies, the Banshee essentially goes feral. In this case, you're not sure what's happened, but you do know that this Banshee was summoned by Lord Meticrow, which means this Banshee is probably very old at this point.
Okay. He's going to kind of relay this to the rest of the group, but more along the lines of he's going to relay it in a way that makes Lord Meticrow probably look in a positive light. And he's also going to kind of try to make sure that she doesn't hear it.
Okay.
Like, he's going to try and politely explain to everybody, like, what kind of her situation is. Like, Lord Meticrow has summoned her. I can't keep doing the voice or I'll start coughing again, but
Yeah, that's fine, don't worry.
Lord Meticrow has summoned her. The object in her is most likely a condensed magic source, which is what's keeping her there. She's most likely very, very old as well. Stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
So, if Lord Meticrow summoned you, and you help us achieve what Lord Meticrow wants, we might be able to put in a good word for you being released from service. I understand it's not as great as the priest has probably offered you. But at the same time, if you're an undead being, and this place is consumed by dark energy, as I don't know how that's gonna go for you, but I don't think it's gonna be the end that you want.
The Banshee looks at you for a moment. Actually,
I'm going to, by the way,
roll
inject a little
me.
bit of the background feature Heart of Darkness into that.
Okay.
Ooh.
Of just allowing the mask to slip for a second, and she can see that he's seen some shit.
Okay. Roll me a persuasion check.
$18 plus 5, 23 total.
Damn.
Nice. The Banshee thinks for a moment and then says, "If you complete your task, you may be able to destroy what is maintaining my bond to this plane. I shall let you pass, but we must form a pact for this." And she extends a hand, which is suddenly engulfed in purple flame.
I grab the hand.
It's not extended to you, Sarah. It's extended to
Oh.
Isaac.
He's going to look at in what equates to where her eyes would be in spectral mode.
All right. But I've got a family to think of back there. So I don't renege on my side, and you don't renege on yours.
Agreed.
And clasps the hand.
Purple
Hooray,
fire
Yoga Demon.
envelops your wrist for a moment before Mildred vanishes.
Okay,
She has
Guys,
left the building, technically.
don't fuck this up.
The priest of Tenor
I look
is
over-
still running around behind some bookshelves. He has not
I look-
noticed you yet.
Guilt
I
was
look over at
cracking
Isaac.
son of a bitch.
Library.
Charge?
Charge?
Yeah, just like guilt.
Okay, so in
Attack.
order to charge, you do have to be within a certain range, and the priest is currently 55 feet away, ish.
Okay, what's my range for a charge?
I do not know. I don't remember.
Let's see if I can find it.
Isn't it double your movement left?
If he doubles his movement, he won't be able to attack, though.
And I can't search in this bloody thing for some reason.
What are we looking for? I can try and help.
Looking for charge. Alright, D&D 5e. Oh, it's a variant rule. I mean, move up to my speed and attack as part of the same action.
Mm-hmm.
You gain advantage on the attack roll by doing so.
Oh yeah, so
And
it's
I must move.
basically
I must move at least 10 feet in order for the charge to make effect.
Okay.
it's kind of using the bones of when centaurs do charging.
So I'm gonna put this down. If the priest was within 30 feet, you would have the advantage of surprise. Because he is 50 feet away, you can still charge him, but you will not have the advantage of surprise, because at that point he'll be able to hear you coming.
Alright, can I move up 20 feet just normally, just watching my step? Not stealthing, but slow walking?
Give me 1 second.
So the way we would do that is you would be able to move your movement speed in sneak, and then roll stealth checks to get closer and closer until you would be able to charge. Charging, even though it's a variant rule, was a 3.5 rule. And the way kind of charging would work is you forsake like any opportunity attack movements or anything that would be made against you. Essentially what you want to do is you're just running at him as hard as you can to hit him with like the shield, right?
I mean, with my charge, I could hit him with my axe as well. And get an
Yeah. So technically what you're just doing is moving your full movement speed and then hitting him using your attack action.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Getting...
And what you were
Yeah,
saying
yeah.
about forsaking, I'm guessing that means he'd lose any reactions like attacks of opportunity if he tried to run away afterwards.
Correct. It's kind of, it's not like a stun round. It's more along the lines of like, if there was something hiding behind a bookshelf that was able to make an opportunity attack on Saren, the thing would be able to attack him without him defending with his armor class because he's not focused. It's like, it kind of allows other things in the battlefield area to hit as like hard as possible.
So like mega reckless attack.
Yeah, it's essentially that, because there's no real rules for how 5e does it, and 3.5's rules on how they do it with movement speed are not, like, legible.
I'd argue there is a way 5e does it, but if we based it on the charger feat, when you use your action to dash, you can use a bonus action to make one melee attack or shove a creature, and then it's pretty much the same if you move at least 10 feet in a straight line before taking the bonus action, you gain +5 bonus to the attack's damage roll. So rather than advantage, if you hit, it would do more damage.
Yes, but what Saren is trying to do is essentially fulfilled already within the barbarian class, and is either like a different kind of action, or just a straight up, I run forward and attack.
Okay, well, so let's say you... I'll let you walk up 20 feet and get a surprise attack on that, Saren.
Okay.
If you want to.
Yeah.
Okay.
If he's getting a run up, would it be possible to ready actions to trigger once the charge goes off?
Yes, you can.
Okay.
We just gonna hit this man in the head, huh?
I'm just measuring. That'd be 50. I think the range on this is fine, but give me a second to check.
Do 20.
Okay.
I am good.
So I'm going to ready a shot of Toll the Dead on the priest for after Saren has hit him.
Okay.
I'm attempting to ready a Eldritch Blast
Lord
as well.
Capson, thank you for the 100 bits.
The
Give
Ultra
him the
Bonk.
Ultra Bonk, yes.
Ultra Bonk.
Combo Bonk.
Yep.
And I will charge. I won't even rage right now just to not give myself away.
Okay.
Charge, but stealthily.
Yeah.
Charge, quiet.
Roll.
Everybody be
roll
quiet.
me your.
Hit him. Hit.
Oh, that was weird. Yeah. Just roll me. Roll it.
Into the water it goes.
We're gonna be rolling all of the dice outside the building.
Oh my god!
Wow.
What? You in the number 19, mate?
Okay.
That's good.
Somebody inspect his dice. I think he's cheating.
It's virtual. That's
So
RNG, baby.
you hit. Roll me your damage, Saren.
Oh, what's my damage again? Because that's the great axe, right? 1d12?
Yep.
And then,
Plus strength.
yeah, 1d12 plus strength, and I'm proficient in it, so plus 2.
Plus 2 is only to the attack roll, not the damage.
Oh, okay. So that plus strength, my strength is plus 4. Oh no, it's plus 2. So that's 6 damage.
Okay. Let me.
We're gonna kill this man, huh? We just gonna kill him?
And once that triggers
Yeah,
off, that would also then trigger the readied Toll the Dead. As soon as he was damaged by Saren's attack. So he gonna need to do a wisdom save as well.
Okay, so as you rush down the hall, the priest turns just in time to see you land your axe right on his leg, and he cries out in pain as it slices through his robe. For a moment, he stands there paralyzed as you bury your axe in his leg, and then he screams in agony, essentially. Now,
Ooh, we're getting battle music.
Hey.
roll wisdom save.
Nah, he beat me.
19. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
My turn.
Hold on, if he's screaming in pain, how would he get a high wisdom save like that? Shouldn't he be
Ugh.
Oh, it's fine.
retracted?
Okay.
It was my fault. I should have gone for Sacred Flame and made him do a dex save.
You made him do a
Yeah,
little
a dex
fucking
save would have
dance.
had disadvantage. A wisdom save does not.
Yeah. My
Not
fault
so
for wanting
fucking
the
good with
extra
that your
damage.
little force field.
As he's screaming, the priest tries to struggle out of your axe. What's your strength stat, Saren?
My strength stat, the ability score is 14.
14. Okay. He tries to struggle out of where your axe is embedded in his leg, but doesn't manage to. He's essentially, you've essentially trapped him. As long as you're holding onto the axe, he won't be able to move for this turn. Roll initiative.
13 plus 16.
Oh!
Wow.
Okay. So
You
let's
rolled a
see.
2.
Sarin, you go first, followed by Aluka, followed by the priest, followed by Ed, followed by Rose.
I'm not last!
Not releasing my grip on the axe with the hand, I use the shield to bonk him over the head.
We're just gonna beat a man down with a shield.
This man turns around, gets hit in the leg with an axe, and before he can fucking scream loud enough to get help, he gets hit so hard in the head with the door, it's not
hold
even
on.
funny.
I wanna test something. So can you all roll initiative for me again? Just
Yeah.
quickly.
I'm assuming you mean in-game this time.
Yes, in game, please.
But the problem with this is we don't get to add our initiative bonuses.
Yeah, that's true. It's fine. We'll stick with the original scores.
It's fun while it
because
lasted.
I'm not sure how to do the turn-based system yet, but we'll figure that out later on.
Honestly, I've yet to
Also,
come
it would-
across
it
a
would
digital
help
medium that does it well.
It would help if I wasn't, in control of your character as well there, Lucian.
You're not.
Y'all wanna bet?
Well, you can move it, but you're not in control of it.
Wiggle
you're-
that priest.
Yeah. Right. So,
Yeah, we wiggle.
you're gonna bash the priest over the head with your shield, correct?
Yep.
Okay. Roll it.
To hit first?
Yes. Roll to hit.
No, for some reasons,
What the hell did
Saren's
my...
icon is actually Lord Meticrow.
Oh yeah. So it is.
Yeah.
Oh!
Wow. Okay.
Whoa!
Lord Meticrow, roll to 1.
Alright. Was
Somewhere
that just a
outside
hit?
Lord Meticrow face palms.
Yeah.
You try and bring your shield down on the priest's head, but the priest is nimble and
Well pinned.
as you bring your shield down, he dodges to the side with uncanny grace, not human grace. Right.
Get back here, you slithering bastard.
He's Frederick. He's the shark.
Okay, maybe I'll roll a 20.
Aluka, you're up next.
Guillaume kind of steps out a little bit from behind the bookcase, but is going to be casting from, like, behind it, and is kind of babbling a little bit. He essentially goes, like, I really wish we would have gotten time to interrogate you, but I don't think now is the time, seeing as that there's an axe in your leg, so I think I'm just going to... And he rolls a 14 to hit.
Okay.
Does that hit?
Yes, that hits.
And that's a full 8 points of damage
Ooh.
directly into his face.
Okay.
Guillaume is essentially just pointing and snapping and firing off bursts of energy.
Okay.
So Cuphead.
No. he could throw it. I could bring back the original mechanic I had for it, which would be a nightmare for everyone involved.
Okay. So as you you throw this blast of energy towards the priest, he tries to dodge it, but he fails again. He's very well pinned by the axe. He can dodge in close quarters because it's fairly clumsy, but from long range it's difficult essentially. Okay. The priest, now that he's regained some of his awareness of what's going on around him, tries once again to
Wiggle.
to get himself free
Wiggle.
from the axe, but fails. As a bonus action, he is going to pull a knife from his belt and attempt to slash at you, Saren. Ooh!
Okay.
Okay. He does 3 damage. And I'm going... Roll me a dexterity saving throw.
That's +1, so 19.
Okay. The blade glances off a small chink in your armor, and it leaves a small cut, but it doesn't go too deep, so you're fine.
So that's still 3 points of damage, though.
It's 3 points of damage, but no extra effects.
Okay.
So it could be worse.
It could be worse. It could be a lot worse, in fact.
It could be a dagger that, when held, expands into a flaming greatsword that just keeps expanding.
Okay. Who's next? I believe it's you, Ed.
Okay. Sorry. I thought there was loot next to me because I suddenly saw a big red object. No, it's just there were stray dice.
The mysterious die.
It's better than the
Mysterious
ominous
person
twitching
like
dice
that.
cloud.
I would. I've been told not to. I would.
So I need to remember that it's 6 tiles is 30 feet. Okay. So Isaac's going to take a few steps forward, but still stick a little bit to the side so that he can fire around Saren rather than through Saren.
Mm-hmm.
Again, just cocks the casting pistol, so like flicks it a little bit to switch it round to Sacred Flame, and just muttering to himself, "But I am so sick to goddamn death of you bastarding priests and your gobshite," and fire away with a Sacred Flame.
Okay, roll it.
No,
he
so
has-
Brave.
he has to beat
roll
Dex.
wisdom.
He has to
is
beat
it
Dex.
Okay. He beats it.
I mean, he's just rolling.
He
really
fucking
well
beats
today.
it.
Man misses again.
This
Getting slightly more annoyed.
priest is matrixing this stuff at the moment. Apparently.
He is both wise and dexterous.
Yeah,
But also gets
apparently.
Gets hit in the face because he's
but,
a shark.
Actually, now that I think about it, he should be rolling with disadvantage. So let me roll a second dice.
I
If
would.
you roll the 20, it doesn't matter.
Oh, yeah,
Nat 20s don't apply on disadvantage as far as I'm aware. I don't think
okay.
so anyway.
Well, he's rolled a 10 in this case. Does that
Okay.
hit?
That would hit, but if Nat 20s do apply in disadvantage situations, I'm more than happy to allow it to go.
I'm not letting them apply in
Okay.
disadvantage situations.
In which case, he takes 1d8 of radiant damage. Finding the d8. Well, it's not
Yeah.
great. It's 3.
Okay, well, he's still alive, so there's that.
He feels very holy.
Okay,
What
your
if he isn't for much
turn,
longer?
Nathari.
Okay, so we are going to blast it with Ray of Frost.
Okay. Roll it. Or do
I am
need to
in the
roll it?
way.
Oh wait, hold on. How far away and what is the range of that spell?
60 feet is the range of most basic spells that you get.
She said not rolling, but didn't push to talk. Give her a sec.
Okay.
Oh, sorry. I dropped the dice so I could like move to find out. So I was letting you know.
Okay.
Ray of Frost is 60, by the way.
60. Okay, so that's
5 tiles.
100 and no.
Well, if a tile is 5 feet, then it's at least 10 tiles.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, we're all in range for most spell attacks at the current
it's 12 tiles, I think. I think is yeah. Okay, so you're in range.
12 tiles.
Is that spell a cone or a direct hit?
Beam.
Beam.
Beam?
Ray of Frost.
Ray of Frost. Okay.
Yeah.
Yep, that's fine. You shouldn't hit Saren with that, hopefully. Unless you roll really badly.
Please don't roll really badly.
Don't get a nat one.
Okay, 9.
And then
9.
add your spell modifier to hit.
I'm sorry, there's a spell modifier.
Yes, hang on.
It's proficiency plus whatever your spellcasting stat is. So in your case, I want to say charisma, being a sorcerer.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that would be a +4 then.
Okay.
You add 4 when you roll to hit.
Yeah, so that's 13. Yeah, that hits. Okay, roll me damage.
1d8.
This man's squishy.
I mean, he's wearing cloth.
So am I.
Yes, but do you have matrix dodging? He's concentrating so hard on matrix dodging that he's not
So
doing
he gets...
hard.
He get 3 damage and then slowed.
Yeah, he's slow.
He's
by-
down already.
You have knocked the priest unconscious. You have encased his head in a block of ice.
Oh, that's good.
That's cold.
He is down and out for the count at the moment. And he's not dead yet.
Good.
But
Let's bound him and make him talk.
it's possible that he might bleed out because of the great big wound in his leg.
Well, then
I
he'll
agree.
just have to talk fast.
I go to him and spare the dying to
Okay.
stabilize him, even though he is still out.
Yeah.
He won't
Okay.
bleed out, at least.
Right. Yeah. The priest is down.
And then I'll pick him up and get him over to Lord Meticrow.
Yeah, I was gonna say, Gilk, he's coming with us.
Tie him up first. First, we tie him up.
I second that.
Fine. Hands Gilk some rope.
Okay.
Tie him to your back like baby backpack.
Exactly.
Baby backpack time.
Right.
And he's gone.
Ouch.
And he's
He's
gone.
a spirit.
He's in Saren's bag.
We literally just watched him go whee across our screen.
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh,
that
there they
does
go.
happen. Okay. Right. You have successfully defeated the main antagonist of this story arc.
Yay.
At least you think you have.
Was the main
Oh, no.
antagonist our
There you
stupidity?
go.
Yeah. I don't think we defeated that.
Oh dear. We also apparently have to set Mildred free, so...
Yes.
Okay.
Eh.
So
Are we all gonna go back? Are we
Yes.
all? Okay.
you've all headed back to the main entrance with the priest.
Why can I not get out this door?
I don't know. Why can't
Live
you
by
not
the
get
door,
out this door?
die by the door.
Right?
I'm just saying, if you ever do die, it's gonna be in some way door related.
Probably.
Like a fucking Indiana Jones style sliding stone door coming down and you have to hold it up to save everyone. Something like that. It's gotta be door related.
Oh, music and all that.
Talespire is a good game. Talespire has done
Don't
very
forget you
good
can use
things.
the arrow keys, Luca.
Talespire has done very good things for the D&D. I am so lost.
Use the arrow keys.
I'm trying my best. Hang on.
There you go.
I got.
That's a wall.
I keep getting stuck on the door.
There you go. There you go.
And now I can't see anything. So
To the left, 2 squares. To the right, 2 squares. Sorry. Yeah,
One
yes,
up this
that-
time.
one.
One more square to the. Oh.
Oh, Meticrow seems happy.
Eh?
Everyone's just partying out here.
Everyone's
Okay.
partying. Eh?
Okay.
Where'd I go?
Square dancing.
Where are you?
Where did I go?
I don't know. Hold
Oh, I
on.
intend.
When I click on the thing, it just...
Oh, there you are. Huh. Hold on. Stay. Stay. Stay there.
Where am I?
You are apparently in a wall.
Okay. Talespire is a good game.
There you go. You're on the
Talespire
floor
is a
now.
good game. Thank you.
So I'm on a pumpkin.
Talespire is a good game.
I love how you keep
Okay.
repeating that like you're trying to reassure yourself.
It's okay. Everything's
Saren, stop spilling Lord Meticrow.
Make me.
okay. Ballerina
I said
ass looking
stop it.
motherfucker.
Okay. So. Right.
I spin faster than you.
I'm running out of mouse mat.
Speed. Spin.
Okay. So.
Feed and spin until it is done.
Right. As you exit the manor with Priest's unconscious body in tow,
Unconscious,
Lord
bleeding, frozen
Meticrow-
body.
Lord
Not bleeding
Meticrow
anymore.
lets out a sigh of relief. And he gestures to the halfling that is now by him. If I can find the bloody miniature. Where did I leave it? Ah, yes. Here it is. Right. He gestures to the halfling that is nearby him and says, Johansson, I believe it is time that you started removing those wards, please, if you wouldn't mind. And the halfling nods and wanders off into the house. Lord Meticrow turns to you all and he goes, thank you for taking care of this mess that was caused. I shall see to this man's escortment off the island personally. I shall certainly be making sure that he does not return.
I think, if you'll pardon me, sir, I think we've only solved one part of the problem. The priest has now been extracted, that's true, but your mansion is still leaking darkness.
I can fix that problem myself. It is my darkness, after all.
Oh, right.
Yes. It is a weary curse being a lich.
Blinks in uncomprehending.
And as he says this, the glamour that you've been seeing falls away to reveal a very tall skeleton with piercing blue eyes.
What the?
Looks at Gilk just.
You mean you've seen that this entire time, and you didn't tell me?
We were very explicit.
Skullface! Skullface! How much more to be explicit?
That's quite rude.
Lord Meticrow's
I thought you
eyes
just meant that he was-
blink for a moment, and he's like, he looks at you very sort of amusedly, if you will.
Thought you meant he was underweight.
He
He
doesn't look
says,
like he lived in a day in his life.
he gestures to your party and goes, unfortunately, you seem to have caused a fair amount of damage to my home in one respect or another, so I will be deducting those damages from your payments. However, I'm sure some of you have managed to find trinkets around my home, which you have availed yourselves of, it seems.
Proudly holds up the door.
looks at whichever one of Nith and Nath at the moment. Just, yeah.
Okay. Right.
Excuse me, though, Lord Meticrow. Could I ask you something, please?
Of course.
Would you, if a man were willing to forego any form of payment, would you consider a different form of reward? Would you consider letting Mildred out of your services? She was extremely helpful in dealing with the priest. I know there was that initial problem, but in the end, she was key to getting him out of there.
Mildred is not mine to unsummon anymore.
Whose is she?
A few years ago, I encountered a witch who lives in the northern mountains. She and I made a bargain. In exchange, Mildred would serve her on occasion, but I would maintain an eye on the Banshee, so that the witch would not be required to maintain her summoning at all times. But it seems that pact has now passed on to another. And he gestures to your hand, which is glowing faintly purple. As it stands, it seems that I have rid my hands of 2 problems today. And you can't really tell because his face is a skull, but he seems to be grinning.
Have you got any advice where to start on unsummoning her?
I would recommend going to see the witch that she belongs to.
Gribbling.
You can find her in the northern mountains, though she moves around a lot. It's very unlikely that she'll be in the same place for any extended period of time. I believe
Any one person is trackable.
Oh, yes, I'm sure, but...
You'd be surprised given how hard it was to track a priest inside one building.
This particular witch
sorry.
is very, very, very powerful. I would be careful if I were you, if you are to go searching for her. But as it stands, Mildred is apparently no longer my concern.
Well, as she's happy to wait, then I'm happy to fulfill the bargain. Mostly addressing this to the glowing hand.
Mm-hmm.
2 glowing hands. 2!
So, right.
I like to headcanon, by the way, that the glowing hand is his casting hand.
Nice.
Oh, God.
Lord Meticrow turns to the stack of stones that are next to him that have the book that he left resting there earlier, sitting on them. And he opens the book, and from its pages, he pulls a couple of pouches directly out of the pages, as if the book was some form of bag. And he sets them on the stone next to it. There are 3 small pouches, each clinking gently. And there is one very small bell. The pouches are for Nathari, Isaac, and Gilk. Gilk and Nathari, you notice that your pouches are a fair bit lighter than Isaac's pouch.
Excuse me, I think is some more payment required here? We talked about this beforehand. I didn't make it all this way so that you can skip out on some coins.
I'd just like to point out I offered to forego my payment. If you do insist on paying me, then could that please be split between the other 2? I did nothing to earn any payment this
Lord
mission.
Meticrow stares at all three of you and very summarily says, Nathari, you managed to attach a very, very expensive magical gemstone to your skin. Your payment is in your hand.
Literally.
And then he turns to Isaac and goes, of all the people here, you have somehow managed to do the least damage to my manor. Your payment is well received.
I consider
and then
myself a professional. I haven't earned it.
And then he turns to Gilk and looks at him and stares at him for a moment and then just turns away and starts talking to Guy.
Why?
And he gestures to the bell. This, my young friend, is for you. I believe that you may find it useful in the future.
Wonderful, my lord. It was under my payment to see you in person for once, though I will be taking this with glee. And he picks up the bell.
So, quick question. Are you going to try and split the pouch between the other two, Ed?
Yes.
As you try to split the coins, you notice that they, as soon as you give them to the other two, they vanish. And the coins in the pouch that was lighter when you remove the coins, it gets heavier again.
We can't
ca-
even send
you-
the coins.
You cannot
No,
give
I
the
think
coins.
I can't spend the coins on you.
You cannot give the coins to the other two members of your party.
He's just gonna look at Gilk and Natharu just like, I'm going to buy some beers when we get back to the main island, and then I might forget about them. That's probably the best that I can do from here.
But yeah. Lord Meticrow,
Speaking of beer, you have any more of that ale that was in that fine room earlier?
Lord Meticrow looks at you with a small amount of disdain at this point, and then says, I do hope you all enjoyed your traipsing around my manor.
Some of us didn't.
Certainly
I did
hope
not.
that
I'm with him.
that we never have to have this sort of arrangement again. I hope you all
we
have
haven't even
a
hit off the
good.
fort yet.
I hope you all have
I've
a
tried.
good journey
I've tried.
back to the mainland. I shall have a ship here ready for you within the next few hours. One more thing before you leave. Should anyone ask of this occurrence, please inform them that any problems that might have arisen have been taken care of.
I
Your
was going to ask
services
you the
have
same
been
thing.
most appreciated, but I would prefer not to have this event spoken of again.
Speaking as a member of the Order of Metano, I can absolutely agree to that. Just tick the boxes and no details need be mentioned.
Good.
He
With a
almost
wave
gives a little
of
bow.
his-
Not fired. Yes.
With a wave of his hand, he hovers the priest's body, and it disappears into the chapel behind him. If it would let me.
I love watching it disappear, as in vibrate rapidly as it swishes off into the sunset.
There we go. Okay. Right.
There's existential screaming of just.
Fine.
He's still unconscious, but yeah, you're probably never going to see that priest again. At least not for a very long while. Right. You have
He will be the new
completed
skull in the gazebo.
the first story arc of the game. And the next story arc will be held on the mainland, which is going to be very interesting to visit, I'm sure.
We're alive!
You're alive! Somehow! I'm very surprised that you managed
It was really
to stay
close
alive.
there for a second.
That and
You
there's a
never
whole
even
cave
visited the
network,
sewers properly, either.
or the cave network underneath, or
It's
anything like
gross
that.
down there.
We picked a fight with a banshee, a shark.
did.
Traveling bunch of idiots.
So, okay. So, what have you gained from this session? Let's see. So,
Now, what have we learned today, kids?
Nefari and Gilk, you have each gained a pouch with 10 gold pieces in it.
Woo, 10 gold.
Isaac, you have gained a pouch with 25 gold pieces in it.
More than refunded for the crow.
Luca, you have gained a small golden bell. Which, when you shake it, rings very gently with the sound of a nightingale.
I see.
And it is called the Nightingale Bell, obviously. It is a magical artifact. I will not reveal what it does yet.
That's fine.
Okay. Additionally, as for the items that you have acquired over the course of this campaign, Aluka, you have the small silver and gold ornate key.
Correct.
It is possibly for something on this island. You don't know.
We'll never find out, because we're going
may
back to
find
the
out.
mainland.
You may find out because it might not be for something on this island.
Who knows?
We may return to this island.
You may
I don't
return.
think so. I
It
don't
is
think we'll be
possible.
invited back.
Who said we'll be invited?
Isaac, you have gained the flaming dagger that turns into a flaming sword.
Do not let this near Nithnath.
Do not let this near Nathari, because the longer she holds it, the more magic it will drain from her, and the bigger it will get.
Although, good Hail Mary strategy.
Absolutely fucking
know what?
based
It's really
strat.
good.
If we need
Hold on
to...
to it from a distance.
Exactly. If
Just
we
like-
need to fucking Qui-Gon Jinn a door open someday...
Right.
And simply stand 3 feet away from the boss and wave the sword erratically until it hits.
Yeah.
Saren,
Or just wait
you
until
have
it's the size
gained-
of the room.
you have gained a door. That is it. You gained a door.
Not towards the beginning.
You gained a door from the beginning, and now you get to keep the door because Lord Meticrow doesn't seem particularly fussed about wanting it back.
Also ended up getting the rock shield from the statue.
We didn't
No,
take that
we
with
left
us.
that behind.
I left it.
Yeah.
It's still in the garden with the whacking stick.
Only 1 shield per chapter, please.
We also
right.
technically have a banshee with us.
Yes, you have also gained Mildred Del Main, who was named, whose island, who this island was named after. So Mildred Delamain, she is now bound to you in a pact. So yeah.
I also have the Journal of Daimodan, is that
You
correct?
also have the Journal of Diamadan. Yes, that is also in your backpack.
Mildred Delamain, hand banshee.
Right.
And she.
I hope she's your
And she-
non-dominant hand.
She's not.
We are going to distribute some XP. So, Saren, 4 repeated attempts at pulling doors off of hinges, whether they be incorporeal or hidden, or a variety of other things, or literally shouting a door off its hinges, I award you 15 XP. For attempting to beat a banshee to death and then getting possessed by said banshee, I award you 15 XP. And last but not least, for attempting to right your wrongs against said banshee, I award you 10 XP. And finally, for essentially crippling that poor priest, I award you...
Matrix Priest.
Matrix Priest, fine. I award you 25 XP. Mark that all down
but he still
and count
did
it up,
work.
because I'm not going to.
So I'm at 145 total.
Yeah. Okay. Ed, for being brave enough to pick up the flaming sword after Nathari set it on fire, I award you 10 XP. For figuring out that the Banshee was not particularly malicious, but was in fact seeking something and managing to make a deal, I award you 25 XP. And for helping out in the final boss fight with a fairly not so well placed shot, I award you 10 XP. Aluka, for attempting to counter the force field with the book, I award you 10
And getting
XP.
ass first stuck in it and almost rammed from the back? Yeah, I don't know about that one.
I award you 10 XP
You
for
like
that.
it.
For let's see. For almost dying this session, for being the first person to almost die, I award you 15 XP. And for some pretty well-placed shots in the final battle, I award you 20 XP. And last but not least, Nathari. For attempting to understand more of your latent sorcery, I award you 15 XP. For being an utter kleptomaniac, I award you 10 XP.
I can get behind that.
And for being a general nuisance, and also for trying to get more money out of your employer after breaking all his shit and stealing from him, I award you 25 XP, as well as a further 10 XP for the final boss battle. Make sure that all those are written down, because I'm not going to remember them.
Freaky's asking why I got nothing for the whacking stick.
Oh, that's a good point. Saren, for attempting to essentially resist the whacking stick, or the whacking staff, I award you a further 10 XP. That stick may come back to haunt you.
That stick may come back.
The final big boss of the campaign is just the whacking stick.
You never know.
Somehow consumed
Never
by the
know.
dark energies of the Meticrow Manor. The whacking stick is now the size of the manor.
You never know. At any rate, ladies and gentlemen, that concludes Session 2 of Shadows of Sorcery, and it concludes the first short arc of our campaign. I do hope you all enjoyed this this little traveling fun times circus. Yes, It really was a circus, wasn't it?
Freaking hilarious.
Oh
man.
Our next session is on the 9th of February. And it will be held, as usual, at from 6 o'clock UK time until around about 9 o'clock-ish UK time.
So that's 11 a.m. my time.
Mm-hmm. And, additionally, for the next section of this campaign, we will be moving to a completely new map. Possibly several completely new maps.
Hopefully one with that doesn't have a missing garden.
Well, the garden, I
Maybe
got
this
bored
new
and
map-
started something
One with more apparent doors.
Maybe this new map guy will actually take Theory for dinner that she is so insistent that he owes her, apparently.
Well, there was no restaurants on the island, so...
It is true, there are no restaurants on the island.
There are no restaurants on the
There was
island.
a fine dining room.
There was a fine dining room.
We're
you
calling
gotta
it
cook
O'Banshees, then.
Would you guys like to know something
Okay,
about
Bill.
said fine dining room?
I would
Yes.
love to get back into this because I was terrified we were gonna walk into that
Saren.
fucking room again. If you look at Lucian's screen right now,
There is, below the fine dining room, a pit full of spikes.
Oh, nice.
If you had triggered a specific set of things in the dining room, you would have fallen into that pit of spikes.
Let me guess, had something to do with the food at the table?
Yes, it
Just a
did.
giant
You were very
fucking lever.
close.
on the wall.
I love it.
Lever on the wall,
there's
food on the
there's a
table,
lever on the
various
wall.
other things would have caused you to fall into another spike trap. Yes. I found it hilarious that the first thing you did was go in and immediately start eating the food on the table.
And it is the only
I
trap
had
we
to-
bypassed.
I had to very discreetly roll a dexterity check to see if you would hit the switch that was under the food. You didn't. Barely.
That is hysterical.
Right. Okay. So.
Okay, somebody get Lucian a white Persian cat.
There we go.
No, Mr. Bond. I expect you to die.
I lived,
Right.
motherfucker. I'm a cockroach gay.
You've lived. You have survived.
I don't know if I'd want to be a cockroach, but
Sessions
thanks.
0, 1, and 2. And as that concludes our session for today, I would like to thank everyone for joining us this evening. I hope that you all had fun. I certainly did. And feedback is much appreciated as always.
Was fucking beautiful.
I love destroying the environment.
Can I leave a parting word to Lord Meticrow, please, at least in character?
Sure.
One last thing. Just not even just one more question. Just one last thing. You've got a crow hangs out over by a gravestone. Could you pass on my thanks for me?
Ah, you met that nuisance.
Well, paid him well, and he actually let us know where the priest was hiding out. So none of this would have been possible without him, or at least it would have taken a little longer.
Yes, yes. Well, my son can be useful sometimes. And with that, Lord Meticrow walks back into the manor now that the warding sigil that is over the door has been taken off by the halfling.
You for Pokermanites, motherfucker. I'll bring you a new shark.
Oh no.
Oh yeah, we need to.
Brings back a goldfish.
Yeah.
Bring in a small magic carp.
With that information, you now know that the crow is Lord Meticrow's son.
One
Two.
family tree.
Yep.
Mini
Mistress
crow.
is a banshee. The son is a crow. I mean, come on.
So we got Lord Meticrow. This would be Prince Minicrow.
But yeah. Okay. So, yeah, ladies and gentlemen, thank you all very much for joining us tonight. I am glad that we got to play this session. I am thoroughly enjoying DMing, and I am very excited to see what you all think of the layout of the board next month. But for now, ladies and gentlemen,
about this? We only went an hour over what we usually do.
we only went an hour over what we usually do, but in fairness, I didn't expect you guys to beat down the priest quite so quickly.
We almost died to the Banshee, and
You
then
almost died to
just
the Banshee.
nuked the priest from orbit.
And then nuked the priest, yes.
I mean, did we almost hit the Banshee? The Banshee got distracted by a door, let's be honest.
I mean, the Banshee did not get distracted by a door. The Banshee was stuck inside you who got distracted by a door.
Yes.
The DM really let us off with that one, okay?
I sort of did. I was very I was very lenient with you guys on that one because I don't want to have you guys die on the first arc essentially. Second arc, however, that's going to be a whole different story.
I'm very squishy.
Now we've actually lived through Arc 1, I can actually go away and write Isaac's backstory because there's a reason he's alive now.
There you go.
Indeed.
He's not just going to die to stairs. I didn't think there was any point writing up for that. I mean, we are still level 1, so the stairs are still a terror, but we'll figure it out. We can navigate those stairs as a team.
But yeah.
We didn't navigate the elevators very well, so.
So yeah.
So we take the stairs.
Yourselves.
Yeah, you navigated the elevators too well.
guys, we will reconvene, or rather, I will reconvene you all on the 9th of February. Until then, I will be sending all of you bits and pieces of lore about the world, about things that you might be aware of, or things that you might not be aware of. I will be letting you all know of little bits and pieces that you may share with others during the session. Until then, thank you all very much for joining us. Have a very good evening, everyone, and a very good night.
We survived.
We did.
That was fun. It is 3 o'clock. Usually I'd be going for